Anyway, ni hao. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Missing Thought. Grab your coffee, water, tea, whatever you're drinking, go and get that. America runs on. How are you all? I have something to show you before we get into this. Before we get into this, I do have something to show you. Um, I feel a lot better today, so I'm pretty excited. I can finally take care of myself. I can finally finish move. I feel a lot better. So thank you all for hanging with me through this illness. Um, there is something that I'm gonna do for members only. Um, Themis, I remember somebody with a raspy voice that I like, Tiana Taylor. Yeah. Um, I am going to review the Meghan Markle cooking thing, but only for members. The reason I'm going to review it is because I didn't realize so many people hated her. I did not realize so many people hated her. All right, that out of the way, so we can warm up. And everyone, if you're in the Discord, can you let them know that I'm live in the Discord? I don't want any of this to be missed. So I'm going to warm up before we get into the mess. Welcome, everyone. Happy Sunday. I appreciate you all being here with me. The Dr. Umar story is unfolding as we speak. The DDG story is unfolding as we speak. And I just had the other Dusty Man just for no reason. But before we get to that, a young man, okay, I'm saying he's young and I'm looking at him now. He's anywhere between 25 and 57. Any age between 25 and 50, 47, not 50, 47 would work. But he said he solved the dating crisis. Um, he solved the dating crisis. So let's watch it while we wait on people to come in and let's do some commentary. That's a huge age gap. Look, I can't tell. If he said he was 25, I would believe him. If he said he was 57, here, y'all do it. Y'all do the math for yourself. What is he giving? Drop an age. Drop an age. Drop an age. See, exactly. Drop an age. If you think that I'm wrong, drop an age. What age is he giving? Please like the video. Please like the video. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Someone said 39, 38, 37, 20. Okay, see, some of y'all saying 28, some of y'all saying 57. Cool, got it. See, 30. All right, so before we get into the baby daddy, Dusty baby daddies, I want us to hear what he had to say and how he can save the Black community. Go grab your drink, kick your foot up. Do not get too emotionally invested in any of this. This is like fast food. This entire live stream shouldn't have too much of it, but sometimes it's just that good. All right. Do not get emotionally invested in any of this that we're doing tonight. Again, I will repeat, do not get emotionally invested in any of this. All right, we good? Cool.
A more ideal dating model than traditional So today we're going to talk about a more ideal dating model than traditional for black people, because the traditional dating system was built on white wealth and government handouts that excluded us, right? So this means regardless of what we pick, 50-50, 100-0, none of those are going to work because black people experience economic theft, unpaid labor, and social instability at higher rates. So we need a system that prioritizes fairness, stability, and collective power in a relationship. So I call this the black legacy model. It's a framework designed to counteract systemic barriers, redistribute labor fairly, and build generational wealth for us.
Mind you, he said this is a system that he's developing. Please don't ignore that it's a system, and the system is about redistribution of wealth. So sit back, relax, and try to figure out whose wealth is going to be redistributed. Let me say first, when it comes to this young man, older man, this gentleman, this senior citizen, when it comes to this young man slash senior citizen speaking, I am not going to say that he is intentionally being mean or terrible or hateful. I don't think it's intentional. I think there is an underpinning, and let me know, drop a one when you hear it. Drop a one when you hear it. You don't got to drop a one because I'm going to tell you. But let's go.
Because black love can't thrive under a system that wasn't made for us. So here's the first core pillar: financial partnership. It's not who pays what. Here's why the traditional model fails. Black men have been locked out of wealth building, right? Redlining, mass incarceration, job discrimination. And black women had to work and run households, double labor with no recognition. And that wasn't sustainable, right?
All right, cool. Cool. I'm glad I see all the ones. I'm glad I see all the ones. I'm glad. What do you mean black men have been locked out? So black men have been locked out, but black women weren't. Because he said black men have been locked out, then moved on to how black women had to quote unquote shoulder the burden. Because apparently black women weren't locked out. It is this underlying principle that makes everything that sorry, I'm laughing. The underlying principle that he espouses right here invalidates absolutely everything that he says, or almost everything that he says. He is working from the premise that black women are thriving because of, rather than in spite of, a system that is not only racist, but also sexist, right? And if you're operating from that principle, who will be shouldering the burden in your mind, the financial burden if you're in your mind of the system that he's about to try to create? Who you think gonna shoulder that burden? Who you think is gonna shoulder that burden? If you start from the premise that black men have been locked out of a system and unable to make money, and black women have been making money, and you shouldn't care about wealth or whatever, and we're going to build together, who is going to do the financial part of the building? He going to tell you. You don't got to guess. You don't got to guess. You all got it correctly, but you ain't got to guess because he going to tell you. Water says the dust was in full swing this week. Team is almost pulled out of the respiratory mask. Girl, I was over. I was live. Sorry, I was live on TikTok, and girl, TikTok is a whole different breed. I was debating men on TikTok. I'm gonna put it to rest for a second. Maybe next Friday I'll do it again. But girl, everyone drop a W in the chat for Waddles. We appreciate you, Waddles. Let me see some W's in the chat for Waddles. I need to see at least 5 W's before I move on. Period. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to always count, but I need 5 because I'm not going to move on. Period. 5. All right. Thank you, Waddles. Hope you feel appreciated.
White couples succeed because they inherit assets. Black people often inherit struggle. Here's where the legacy model fixes it: income-based contributions. Whoever makes more pays more without resentment, period. That's the end of that discussion. Economic flexibility.
Whoever makes more pays more. After you say black men have been locked out of making money, and growing economically, you then say, we don't care about who is the provider. Whoever makes more, pay more. Who you think gonna pay? Who do you think he's talking about should pay? He said that the white supremacist traditional system does not work. What do you think the white supremacist traditional system means in his mind? Men providing is the white supremacist system he's talking about. Yeah. All right, girl, let's go. I mean, he could have just summed up the 6-minute video and say black women just could start providing for men. Like, I mean, I don't know why he's going on a tangent trying to shroud what he's saying.
If one partner is in career building mode, the other one provides stability. But the goal is long-term balance, right?
Who gonna be in career building mode when he says black men have been locked out? Because he didn't, mind you, he didn't start this and say black men have been locked out. We need to find a way to get black men in the system to create our own system. He ain't said that. He said black men have been locked out, and so black men and black women should come together because black women are building. Period.
Asset accumulation over consumption, right? Stop the paycheck cycle, prioritize home ownership, investments in life insurance, but financial transparency and education. Talk about money openly. No.
Whose money you all going to talk about open? I'm going to pause this for a second, and I'm going to point out what he's actually saying. If black men have been locked out and black women are making money, and black men are there because the system won't let them make money, whose money are you going to be transparent with? Wouldn't it be easier to just abandon? I was going to say drop W's in the chat for Keela, but I'm going to ignore Keela. I'm just going to ignore Keela. I'm just going to ignore Keela. Jimmy Terrius Crow acts like he's invented something new. Well, he thinks you've never heard about it like this. Jim Terrius, Jim Trius. Drop a dub. No, stop dropping dub K's. Stop. Drop a W. Drop some W's for 2 L's.
No more financial secrets or struggling in silence, right? No one should feel like a provider or a burden. We are building together, right?
No one should feel like a provider. But she gonna be providing though. No one should no one should feel like a provider, but we gonna provide.
Right? This is a building together. The second pillar is the redistribution of labor.
Oh no. I'm gonna stop y'all. What y'all not about to be doing in this chat is dropping W's and K's when out of order. Only certain people get these W's. I'm kidding. Do what you want. It's not like I can control you.
Labor, fairness over gender roles, right? Here's why the traditional roles fail black couples.
Fairness over gender roles. Gender roles fail black couple. So now you need to provide. So can someone reach out to him and let him know I would like to interview him? Team has got to stop the clip after every manipulative line, dude. Yes, because it's so quick. It's so quick. And if you're a Hotep or Hotep adjacent, this feels good. Something about this feels good because he's not explicitly saying, come mule. He's not explicitly saying, come provide for me. He's not explicitly saying, I don't want to work in the traditional sense. He's not saying, I don't want to be a provider. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, we gotta.
Black women do more unpaid labor, housework, childcare, emotional labor, even when they work full time. Black men are expected to financially provide even when the system puts them at a disadvantage, right?
Black women do all of this, And the system put them at a disadvantage. The fact that you're saying black men are expected to provide, no, they should be expected to provide. And if the system put black men at a disadvantage, black women are doubly at a disadvantage. Like, no, you don't get to run away with this. His comments on TikTok are overwhelmingly supportive. Yeah, no, that's why I'm doing this. When I saw this video, I was like, not, no, ain't nobody trying to hear this hotep foolishness. They're like, obviously, you're telling women to labor. I went to the comments, and women were like, period. This is what we got to start doing. Girl, you've been doing that. What he is talking about doing, you have been doing. It is the issue with dating in the black community, i.e., women should date down and lower their standards and date the bus driver, it's already happening. It is failing also. Y'all ain't asked me for for my opinion. Please don't take my opinion. If all you got to do is date a broke man, I wouldn't date. If I were a woman, let me stop. I'm not lying. I'm being 100%. I'm being 100% honest. If I were a woman, singular, and all that was available to me because I am not beautiful enough. I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'll just be by myself. It's fine. I'll just be by myself. No. I'm not about to bring a child that I can't care for, you can't care for. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, that don't make no sense to me. But again, not giving you advice. Oh, I would be petty. I'd be petty. There's too much to lose and too many. Like, when it comes to kids, I wouldn't play those games.
That kind of creates an emotional tension. But here's how the Black legacy model resolves this. Labor is shared, not assigned by gender. If you live there, you clean there.
And by the way, there's nothing wrong with being poor and broke. Nothing is wrong with that, right? I'm just saying for me, if I were a woman, I would, having felt the sting of not being able to have what I want, I would not want that for my child on a much greater level. Like, no, I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. And don't feel bad if you do that or if you're planning to do that. I'm saying I wouldn't do that. Different strokes, different folks, or whatever they say.
There, if you eat, you cook sometimes. Emotional labor is recognized and reciprocated, right? So if she listens to your struggles, listen to hers. If he needs reassurance, give it too. It really is just about helping each other. No one partner is overworked while the other coasts. Balance is what creates longevity. It is not your feelings, right? And this is also another thing, that childcare is a partnership, not a favor. A father isn't a babysitter, he's an equal parent. We got to start actually just talking about the level of accountability we need to have given how far we've, gotten. The third pillar is community and family investment. This is the village approach, right? Here's where the American model failed us. White families accumulate wealth through generational support, right? Inheritance, business connections, housing assistance, right? But Black couples are expected to do everything alone, often while supporting extended family, right?
The man got up here and fixed his mouth to say, please continue to meal for us, thanks. Right, and then try to reintroduce it as something new or innovative. He's talking about Black couples taking care of themselves and their parents and their family. That's what Black women been doing. Wrong audience. And so there's a retelling of stories about what Black women should do and will have to do, ignoring that's what they've been doing, is kind of weird to me. It is kind of weird to me that this is the message. And the audience he is trying to capture is Black women. Girl, go sit somewhere and figure out the system and then come back.
Reverse. Here's how we fix this. Okay, family and community support. Raising kids ain't just on the parents, grandparents, aunties, and trusted friends contribute. Group economies, pulling money for investments, real estate and business ventures, right? Elder and child care strategies. Instead of relying on expensive outside help, Black families can create in-home support systems, right? If we move like a community, we stop struggling like individuals. If we move like a community, we'll stop struggling like individuals. Do you get it? Like,
Yeah, no. I get it. I get it. And I'm actually in agreement with you. I think we should be more community minded and we should take care of each other. In the words of Alicia, when you have excess, you should be given with it. You should be kind with your excess. People are deserving of care. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Again, this is already happening. Retelling Black women to continue to do that which they have been doing is wild. That is wild. You need a specific audience. Oh, I didn't even see that you were. Was that you that I had up? I didn't actually see that you were in here. Period. I just watched your video. I just actually finished right before I came on. I was like, you better preach talking about nobody owes you anything. By the way, something that I've learned, and I did it yesterday on TikTok, is to, I'm going to say, drag with compassion. And it was a beautiful moment to watch this man crash out in the comment while we were giving him love and care and grace while pointing out his flaws. And he didn't know what to do with himself but crashing out in the live stream comment. And it was Alicia and I going back and forth, just talking to him. I enjoyed that moment.
and here's the fourth pillar: career and business flexibility, wealth over wages. Here's why 9 to 5 keeps us stuck, right? Black people are paid less for the same work, promoted slower, and less likely to inherit the business, right? We have the work till you die mentality, and it keeps Black men and women exhausted with no long-term gain. Here's the truth, right? Instead of just working jobs, Black couples should build.
It's not wild. It's recognizing that the person you're speaking to wants attention and is doing a kind of shortcut to get their needs met, which is, I am lonely, useless, and I have nothing to offer, but I want to be seen. And letting them know, no, you are not useless. You feel useless, but you can be better. Get a book, get community, grow up, learn something, show up better, have more compassion, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be accepted in a community that you so desperately want to be a part of. But for now, you're not welcome. You can't sit with us. You need to be better. You can't come in here and take attention and not give anything in return. Sit down somewhere, learn something, and then come back. We'll look at your application later. I prefer that. I like that approach.
Businesses and assets together, right? Skill-based labor sharing. If one person is great at managing money and the other person is great at networking, both contribute in ways that build wealth. Career growth without straining the relationship. One partner should never feel like their dreams are a financial risk to the family. That should never happen. A Black couple should be a wealth building team, right? Not just two people trying to pay bills together, right? But not every city supports Black couples equally. Okay, so some places have better opportunity.
Mind you, this is all under the scope of Black men won't be working because they've been excluded, but Black women will be working because they weren't excluded. Black women have it easier. So the wealth you're building comes directly from from the woman's money.
These lower costs, more Black wealth potential, right? So Atlanta, Charlotte, Houston.
Drop some W's in the chat for Brianna. Why they always online begging for someone to build with them? Pathetic. Always is never, I'm gonna go build and see what comes of it. That wrestling girl, welcome to the membership. Appreciate that.
DC, Detroit. You got options. Like you can actually pull this off, right? But there are some cities that are really bad for Black couples to try to develop in and resist systemic barriers, like New York, San Francisco, LA, Boston. The environment you build in matters, right? Choose a city that allows you to thrive, not survive. Because Black couples aren't surviving, right? Like we can talk about how Black couples aren't thriving, But if I pointed at a dead animal on the side of the road and complained that he's not thriving, what were my expectations?
Sorry, I'm ready to move on, but like, I feel like he thinks he's like cooking. Is that it? Oh, period. This is a strong. I just knocked this over and ain't nothing come out. Shop at McDonald's. What is it? Dunkin' Donuts. I promise you, I just turned over my whole cup. I just kicked over my whole cup and nothing came out. Look at God. America runs on Dunkin'. Cut me my check, Dunkin' Donuts. What was I saying? Oh, he was cooking or something, but the food was burned. I think that's what I was going to say.
So here's the final blueprint, how the Black legacy model works in action. Build an economic partnership first, right? Romance second. Money stress kills relationships. Get on the same page financially early, right? Balance labor fairly. No one should be overworked. Household chores, what's the name? Child care, emotional labor should be distributed, not dumped on one person. Create financial safety nets.
Well, I just wanted to show y'all some of that. He's annoying. And now that we have all the people who are going to come in today, let's get into these dusty baby daddies, because this man, here's the thing. Don't be tricked by the Hotep language, the we are together language, the we should share in labor language. Note that this man is looking for someone to work for him to build him up, because he don't feel like he can do it on his own. And he don't think other men can do it on their own. So in the place of thriving, developing, moving up, and working by themselves, building the lives they want you to help them build the life that they want. And that should be an absolutely not. But if you want to do it, good on you, good for you, see you later. We gonna jump right into Dr. Umar's foolishness right now. And before we even start, let me hit this button. Welcome, everyone. I appreciate you all being here with me on this good Sunday. I appreciate y'all. So let's get into it. Get into it. Yep.
One of the big reasons.
So before we even get into his daughter coming on here, dragging him, I want us to remember something that he said about marriage. And I think it's important that we go slightly backwards and listen to what he says. Keep this in mind as we go forward. So let me play this really quickly before we get into the daughter coming online.
The reasons why we don't see more marriage is black men are afraid of what will happen if this relationship goes south. Alimony plus child support, that can destroy your black man. Even if you're middle class, you've got a good income, that can break you down. So if we want to heal the black family, we're going to have to heal that child support system as well.
Have you ever been on child support?
I'm on child support now for my 13-year-old. And I was on child support for my 22-year-old.
See?
Yeah, and
that's where it's coming from. I feel you. I ain't on it though, but
no, remember, I didn't say it should be done away with.
Right.
You follow me?
Right.
They need money. I was put on child support because I didn't marry the mothers of my children. They both wanted to get married. And what I said was, I didn't dismiss it.
Right.
Because I would love to be married to the mother of my child. But your pregnancy is not going to dictate family. What we're going to do is let's continue to date and explore this. If they would have been patient, they would have been married in 12 months because I am that type of man. I couldn't let them know that.
Right.
But they were so arrogant in feeling like I was obligated to wife them up that they showed me their true colors too soon.
Right.
And I saw the type of woman I was dealing with. Not to say that there's anything wrong with them,
right,
but I saw how they were with me. And I said, she ain't the one who can walk.
You having any more children?
I wish it hadn't cut off there, because he said, yeah, he would like to. Let me say this before I say that. If you can sit up there and create a lifetime commitment in the creation of a child, but you're too scared to create what I think is way more fleeting, a marriage, we have a problem. What do you mean she's pregnant, so you're going to sit up there and you can date, but they weren't patient enough to wait 12 months. They didn't know this because you didn't tell them this. And so you're going to sit up there, dusty as you are, talking about, oh, I impregnated them and I would have married them, but they just didn't want to wait long enough for me and they showed themselves too quickly. You are not the prize, first and foremost. Second, this is the kind of degeneracy that we need to talk about. Every time, and this has been so frustrating, I haven't done this in like 2 years. Every time men come online, talk about the war on black men, Dr. Umar specifically talk about this, talk about welfare taking them out of the home. You need to go back to these kinds of conversation where men are making conscious decisions about, one, impregnating. You know how that happens, you engage, so you willfully engaged in that behavior. Two, breaking up that family, turning that woman into a single mother. You can talk about accountability on the mother's part. I'm not here for the mothers today, I'm here for the fathers. You did that. The system didn't make you do that. The system didn't make you abandon your children. You did that. And let me be very clear. I am not one of those people who think just get married. Absolutely not. Getting married is not the Band-Aid. I would prefer for you to be happy, healthy, and financially able to take care of your child single than being a dusty marriage. Because what Dr. Umar is asking for right now is for the woman to perform long enough to prove herself to be good enough to be a wife while he is impregnating her. That is dumb, disgusting, and degenerate. So she's not good enough to be your wife, but you can impregnate her. She didn't perform well enough for you to be a husband to her, but you can impregnate her. You can have a child with her, because in your mind, a marriage is more important than a child. And mind you, I don't actually care if you're married or not married with your child. I am not one of those purity people like marry before you can. I don't care nothing about none of that. What I do care about is the way he prioritizes marriage and have a higher standard for marriage, right, than creating life with someone else. That to me is insanity. That is insanity. That is absolute insanity. So it is with that understanding, no love, no care, no kindness, mind you, that we're talking about Dr. Umar, right? And then Dr. Umar admits that he's a trash father. Dr. Umar admits that he's a trash father. So at no point during this live stream should anyone be talking about, oh, he tried and he cared and she's doing too much. I don't want to hear none of that. If she's using his name for clout, we'll get to the daughter coming out, dragging him. I don't want to hear none of it. Because Dr. Umar admits to being a trash father. And if my dad was trash, you can't tell me what to do online. So let me show you what he said, and then we can move on.
For my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a woman.
You feel me? If you with me, you with me. If you ain't, you ain't. I'm not begging nobody. The only thing good that's coming out of this unfortunate situation is everybody got to pick a side. Pick a side and stay on it.
I wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a woman.
Now, you're fully aware that you're a trash parent. You're fully aware that you weren't there. You're fully aware that your daughter now has the opportunity to come out and drag you when she feels like it. You are fully aware of that. So this, oh, she's cloud chasing, I was there, my number hasn't changed, all that twerking online right now, which we're about to get into, please note that he has confessed. He came forward publicly confessing that he is trash. That's it, that's all. There is no reason for men to be hopping upon anyone's panel. There is no reason for people to be defending this. There is no reason. He is a terrible father. He owns that he's a terrible father. And if he wants to back out of that now and pretend like he's a good father, he is a liar. All right, we good? All right, so let's get to his daughter coming out now. Umar's daughter, sorry, I've been coughing nonstop. I don't know why. Dr. Umar's daughter came out. She was looking, it seems, for her sister, who apparently she didn't know the sister's name or anything about the sister. And she was trying to reach out to Dr. Umar. These are her claims, to get in contact with her sister. And Dr. Umar allegedly ignored her. And so she came to the internet. Now, do I believe fully this is what happened? No. Do I believe she's hurt? Yes. Do I believe she is lashing out? Yes. Do I know this for a fact? No. Do I care? Absolutely not. She needs care, and he is the father who did not give it. For everyone sitting up there saying she's cloud chasing, she's trying to make money, she's trying to go viral, and what about it? She is speaking about a dad that was not there. And she is pointing out that her father is trash. And her father has already confirmed that he was trash. I am sorry. Why are we trying to decipher her motive? Whatever her motive is, she's justified in her feeling because her dad did not show up for her based on his recollection and based on hers. What do you mean? She is charging $3,000 to $10,000 to do an interview, and if I cared enough, I would have paid her $3,000 to come do an interview. What about it? What do you mean? Business before, but you saw that lady. I saw that lady. I saw that lady talking. She was like, she went to meet Dr. Umar, and she has a boyfriend, and Dr. Umar said allegedly that he only dates women with big assets, and that he just randomly said business before backshot, and the lady was trying to figure out who he gonna give backshot to. You want to know something funny? I believe this. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is true. This is sexual harassment. It is enough for plausible deniability on his front that it is sexual harassment. And I believe her because I heard Dr. Umar say it. Like, I heard it. When she said it, I heard Dr. Umar say it in my head. Yeah.
Small short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts, okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how Black kings need to be with Black women, but you're not even in your Black woman's daughter's life. It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite. And it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter. But I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you, and you shut me down. You ignored me. You should never be too busy for your daughter ever in life. So I just wanted to make this video to just try to, I guess, somehow find my sister on my dad's side. So if you see this, please reach out to me. Please DM me, because I want to know who you are. Why do I have siblings out there that I don't know about? It's unfair, and you know.
Yo, the way I was looking in her eyes, and I just see Dr. Umar eyes. Like, I'm so sorry. He just took Dr. Umar eyes and like, whatever. It's fine. I'm not even going to get into that. This is weird behavior. This is weird behavior to not want your daughters to meet. In fairness, I don't know the full extent to this story. All I know is that this person, this young lady, is in pain and is doing this publicly. Whether or not you think she should do it publicly is your own business. We don't care nothing about that. What we care about, and if you're not talking about this, I don't care nothing about what you got to say. We are only talking about how he's a deadbeat daddy. That's it. That's all. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing else. That is it. Christine, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Some people drop some W's in the chat for Christine. I'm doing it. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate you so much. Sally Joe said they are looking for a motive because they are trying to justify their selfish behavior. We're going to get to these comments. They are attempting to justify selfish behavior. And they're trying to create, it's not even create, further facilitate an environment where a man does not have to show up in his daughter's life. That is what is happening. There is mental gymnastics happening online in an effort to justify a father not being there for their dad. And so they're critiquing all her behavior instead of his, who is the father, was the adult for most of her life and did not show up in her life. I don't care what is happening. I'm going to my child's graduation. The big moments in my child's life, I will be there for. The small moments in my child's life, I'm going to be there for. There is no excuse. And when we read his response to this, immediately you know that he is a trash parent. That is my opinion. He is a terrible parent. The fact that he even responded the way that he responded highlight to me absolutely everything that I need to know. Everything. Her words, moving on their own as they are, doesn't come close. They are dwarfed by the way he responded. You can hold him accountable for his own action and his response. Thank you, Sally Joe. Drop some W's in the chat for Sally. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Deadbeat fathers is very common nowadays, especially in the black community, right? We all know Dr. Umar reps the black community or whatever, but you can't rep that if you're not even in your daughter's life. You're moving backwards. You're moving backwards. It's not making sense. To the public, you look like this person, but in private, you a whole nother person. And I'm not bashing you. I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life. No graduations, no parties. When I get married, are you going to be at the wedding? Are you going to walk me down the aisle? Y'all, I have a stepdad who has been in my life since a little girl. He has been in my life. And I thank God for him, because my biological father couldn't even do that, y'all. My biological father is not even on my birth certificate, because when my mom had me, he left. And I do have a DNA test. So yes, I can prove that that's my father. I would never get on here and lie to y'all. That's kind of sick and delusional and crazy. But I'm just making this video because I want to find my sister. And when I reached out to him about giving me her number, or if he even had it, I was ignored. So now I guess I have to take matters into my own hands. So if you see this video, sister, please reach out to me, because if he's not going to allow us to be in contact, I'll do it myself. I just want to end this video by saying that daughters who have deadbeat fathers should not have to go through this. This is very present in the Black community. And as an activist, I would not think that you would be a deadbeat because you rep the Black community so much. It doesn't make any sense. You cannot be a hypocrite. You can't say do A, but you're doing B. It doesn't make any sense. So y'all already heard my mission for this video. Y'all already heard why I'm making this video. So if she can reach out to me, I would love that. I would love to have a conversation with you because you are my sister on my father's side that I have never met. I don't even know your name. I don't even know how old you are. I have a sister on my mom's side and I'm the oldest. I'm pretty sure that my sister that's on my dad's side, I'm probably older than her. I'm supposed to be guiding her. I'm supposed to be teaching her things because you as the father, you're not doing that. So let me do that as an older sister. But that's the end of this video. As I stated in the beginning of this video, I'm not trying to bash this man. I'm stating facts. Facts. And in the next clip, I will show y'all the screenshot of me trying to reach out to him and he ignored me after I asked him if he had my sister's phone number. So here you go.
I'm not laughing at anything. It's just wild that Dr. Umar responds to his daughter is how he opens with his daughter is peace and Pan-Africanism. That is a wild thing. That is a wild way to say hello to your child. Period. Peace and Pan-Africanism. If this is in fact my daughter, is there a reason why you are not messaging me directly from your cell phone? She says, this is my iCloud, but my phone number isn't as blocked out. He said, text me from your phone. This is Anissa. This is a different number. Why the different numbers? Blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. She then follows up and says, do you have any other children? Would love to meet them. Do you have, this is wild. Your child asking you, forget the fact that he hasn't responded. Your child asking you if you have any other children is nasty and diabolical and disgusting work. You're a weak, nothing a B word. Yeah, you are. If your child is asking you if you have any... This is wild. What do you mean? Dad, do you have any other children? What? Like, so trash spirit. Again, the parenting is showing. So Dr. Umar found himself responding. Dr. Umar found himself responding, and we're going to read his response together. But before we read the response, I want you to remember this.
You feel me? If you with me, you with me. If you ain't, you ain't.
I wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good Black love because you never validated me as a woman.
All right. So he done told y'all he wasn't there. He didn't validate her as a woman. She might expose him. So he knew this was coming. He knew this was coming. So for him to sit up here and write this, let me make it bigger. Good Garvey Day. This man, he will not stop claiming Garvey. Well, he's claimed Frederick Douglass, right? He claimed Frederick Douglass before he claimed his own child, but that's neither here nor there. Good Garvey Day. As I don't live in the prison of other people's opinions, I have no interest in discussing nor explaining my private life with any of you, as my 15 years as the most relevant, requested scholar, orator, activist, Pan-African. Girl, we didn't ask you for your resume. The self-aggrandizement is actually kind of wild here, and it speaks to a sense of narcissism. I'm not saying he's a narcissist because I can't diagnose anyone, but the fact that you're going to put your work and your resume up here in this way speaks of a high level of narcissism that is kind of frightening. Anyway, in the world, in the world, in the world has made it clear to me that the Negro public is only interested in laughs at the expense of other people's misery. It is a wild thing to put scholar in this and have such a run on and have this run on. Girl, the sentence is running like he's running from his fatherly duty. This, it's fine. It don't matter. I'm just being petty. Let's just move on. Neither the Kunocracy nor the YouTubian struggle stream. Sorry, there's nothing about this is funny. Absolutely zero things about. I'm either YouTubian struggle. I think I might be one of the YouTubian struggle. Hey, I feel like Umar missed his calling in comedy. I think Umar might have missed his calling in comedy because this ain't right. This ain't right. Kunocracy is funny, but the fact that he's dragging me right now as a YouTubian struggle streamer is nasty work. Period. Now the YouTubian struggle streamer community couldn't care less about the truth of the situation. Hi, Themis. She's evidence that even Umar Dusty Behind can create pretty daughters. At first, I didn't see it, but they look alike. I don't think Umar is like an unattractive person. I actually always thought people liked him because he was attractive in the like Hotep Grand Rising male masculinity vein. Like he has a very specific look. It's not an ugly look. It's a very specific and particular look that a lot of women gravitate towards. No, well, he getting people pregnant, so y'all can say objection, Your Honor. Hi, Themis. I know exactly how this young lady feels. My father was around but never showed up for anything. I understand the hurt that she is feeling. Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people do. Yeah. And I appreciate that. I'm so sorry. They are looking for more. Oh, I said that. I read this before. Peace and Pan African and business before backshot. Ooh, period. All right. So he continues the same. With that being said, please ask that little girl to stand on business by asking her mother to join in on a three-way conversation about why her father hasn't been present in her life. Why would she need her mother to come and tell her what you can tell her? Why does she need to get her mother involved? She's a grown woman. You're a grown man, an absent father, but a father nonetheless. Tell her why you weren't there. Tell her why you weren't there. Tell her why you weren't there.
I wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a woman.
You feel me?
Okay, Dr. Umar. I have no problem with this conversation being public, but her mother must be present for that conversation. She needs to keep the same energy and bring her mother to the table. I am sure the truth will be revealed if all three of us are present together. I have absolutely nothing to hide, and I still have all of my family court paperwork in case any lies are told. Trying to use your father's name to build your struggle streamer career is not cool. Calling your daughter a struggle streamer is wild. Also, whose name should she be using? Whose name should she be using? If not you, then who? She is entitled to your name. She's entitled to using that name. And because you weren't there, you don't get to dictate how she uses that name. You see how that works? You see how that works? If you were there, you could have helped her with whatever career she was going into. You were her father. You chose not to be there. You chose to be degenerate. Now you're trying to tell her how to use the name you gave to her without her consent. Like, you just brought her. You helped in her creation. You then disappeared, and now you want to tell her how to use the name that you gave her without her consent. No, absolutely not. Exactly, Sin. Hey, Sin, thank you again for the videos, by the way. If she has your DNA, then she's entitled to his, period. Period. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or but about it. I don't know why Dr. Umar is sitting up here thinking anyone care about anything he got to say. Like, oh, why are you using my name? Then his dusty self came back with a video. Let's go to this video real quick. This, by the way, is how you know that he is a terrible parent, but we don't have to figure out, we don't need any deep analysis at all. I will be playing this repeatedly throughout the entirety of this stream, at least the Dr. Umar section of this stream.
I wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a woman.
You feel me? If you
When some dusty ask her who hurt you, she can say, Umar the pan absent. And do not put no W's in the chat for 2 L's. No W's in the chat for 2 L's. That said, can we agree that Umar isn't any legitimate academic, isn't in any legitimate academic community? He uses scholar very loosely, and does he have any peer review work on Pan-Africanism? I actually don't know, and I don't know his peers, actually. I don't know, because like there should be a community that can validate that you are in fact a scholar and you're publishing work and doing anything. Here, I ain't seen it. He got 2 dusty books that literally the grammar is other. Well, he probably has more books. I've read 2 pamphlets from him. I don't know if those are categorized as book or pamphlets, but here we are. Kilo says, why do they always bring up the mother when they could have always talked to the children directly, particularly when the child is grown? Particularly when the child is grown. Sounds like they still want access to the mother. That's what I'm thinking too. And I think this is what Sin was saying. There's something very strange about the evocation of the mother's being and personhood throughout everything that he's doing. Talk to your child. Talk to your child. But this is what he had to say. He came out. Yeah, they do have similar eyes.
Oh, I'm ready for this. And I will have my white man paperwork. I will have my white man paperwork. When can we do the sit down? When can we do the sit down? Been paying child support since you damn near came out the womb. Deadbeat who? When can we have a sit down?
Paying child. This is how you know these men are dusty. You're not. Calm down. Wait. Everyone want to create a wife school and a mother school. Y'all need to be creating father school. It is wild for you to come online and say, I've been paying child support since you were born. Deadbeat weird. Girl, child support is not fatherhood. Girl, if this were my daddy, I'd be dragging him up and down these YouTube streets. I would be dragging him up and down these YouTube streets. It's that simple. You would never get a dad depressed. You know how that lady from tonight's conversation is crashing out? She said she's crashing out. I'm not using it disparagingly. I would be crashing out like that, particularly if you have any ounce of fame, notoriety. You are talking. He goes around talking about he is a school psychologist who works with children while your children is missing you. You're up on Fox Soul debating about the war on black men while you're actively participating in the war on black girls, black women. You're participating in the destruction of black girls. That's insane to me. That is insane that you cannot control yourself enough to not impregnate women that you don't want to be with and not take care of the children that you help to produce. And then you're out here talking about how you are leading a community and you're helping children. Help your children first. Go help your child first. Do that. That is disgusting. That is actually insane. He'll claim Frederick Douglass before he claimed his own child. He would. And do. Drop a W in the chat for Neeks and Miss Beats. I appreciate that. Miss Beats Barbie. Beat Barbie. Drop the W's.
Ow!
Sorry. We really do need to discuss Black men's war and Black children. Yes, with Dr. Umar leading the front of it. This, by the way, is why Dr. Umar can't hold any of the men accountable. When he's talking to the Nick Cannons of the world, when he's talking to the degenerate men who are just like doing the most and also the least in terms of fatherhood, the most in terms of impregnating, the least in terms of fatherhood and accountability. When he's talking to those men, he can't do anything. He can't say anything to engage meaningfully in the disrespect, the degeneracy that they're engaging in, highlights either hypocrisy or his own problems. That is insane. You are just as bad as everyone else, all the rest of the men in the community that you're trying to lead. And this, by the way, is why it is so weird that majority of his audience, they're Black women, mind you. He's talking to Black women while running around being the exact kind of degenerate that is causing problems within the Black community. And he knows he's causing problems in the Black community. He knows the absence of the father. He understands what that feels like for the young woman. He knows the consequence of not being there for his child. We know he knows that because he said it. This is him. This is what he said about his own absence from his daughter's life and what is the consequence of his absence while still being absent. This is what
I wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good Black love because you never validated me as a woman.
You're the reason I can't find good Black love because you never validated me as a woman. You understand it, you get it, and you're still doing it. Trash, 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 and more trash. I wish I saw a Level Up Single Mom on TikTok doing a live, and there were a bunch of men coming up. I wish those men were here. I wish those men were here. I wish they were here so I could talk to them and drag them. Mind you, some of the only group of men who are dragging Dr. Umar, mind you, most are defending the people who are against him, are pointing out that he was pandering to women, and this is what happens. So you are just happy that the panderer to women gets exposed. You don't actually care that he's a terrible dad because you're probably just as bad. This is something that I think Alicia was saying on that live also. This is insane to me. Absolute insanity, degenerate, disgusting, useless. These people are actually useless in a way that bothers me because we have people really sitting around thinking Dr. Umar is some kind of leader. People really sitting around thinking that Dr. Umar is saying anything of substance. People really following Dr. Umar. Women giving their hard-earned money to Dr. Umar over and over and over again. I sat here and watched a woman hopped up on a live stream to defend Dr. Umar, talking about we don't know, no one is perfect. We're not in church. We're not in church. It is in church that you hop up there and defend foolishness by saying, oh my God, no one is perfect. Okay, yeah, but the pastor you were talking to preaching against homosexuality, sleeping with the boys in the church. Like, what do you mean no one is perfect? Yeah, no one is perfect, but we're not doing that. Trash people defending trash behavior, causing more trash behavior in the community. You too are responsible for the degeneracy. You are responsible for this degeneracy. If you're defending him, if you're trying to find what she did and how she's trying to make money and try to go viral, your focus is on the wrong thing. Let's say she's the worst person ever. The reason she is that way is because he wasn't there. He said it. He knew it and he did it anyway. Lift. That is. It is his fault. He's trash. And there's no reason, absolutely no reason for you to be trying to figure out a way to defend Dr. Umar. Ain't no reason.
Child support started, you wasn't even out your mama yet, and she took me to child support. Deadbeat who? Deadbeat who?
Child support does not stop you from being a deadbeat. And the fact that you think that is wild. The fact that you think sending whatever amount of money you are sending makes you a father is absolutely insane to me. The hypocrisy, I can't. Right, Barbie? Ugh. Keela says he's better than other black men because he doesn't date white women. That's all it takes. Yeah. And people rally around wanting to hear him praise them, call them queens, women in particular, while using them. Where's the school? Where's the school? Let's go back to that. Where's the school that you're supposed to be building? So not only are you stealing from the women that are contributing to you, you are also not even investing in the school that they're giving to you for, but investing in your own child. I just find these black Christian women who are defending Umar abandoning his daughter to be very interesting. Yet again, Christianity isn't motivating them towards what's right. No, it's not. It's not. And actually, that lady, to be fair, no, actually, I do have comments of a bunch of women. I was going to say, to be fair, I haven't seen a lot of women. That's a lie. That is a straight up lie. I've seen a lot of women defending him. I've seen. Let me show you one comment. I'm going to show you a bunch of these, but for now, let me just show you this one that I screenshot because I was like, if you don't get all the way out of my face, she says, and no, I'm not hiding none of these names. I stand with Dr. Umar. He's definitely not giving deadbeat dad. She just seems a little unhinged. He's not giving deadbeat dad. This is not giving this.
I wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a.
He's not what now? I stand with Umar. He's definitely not giving that. Well, I don't know what he's giving to you, but he's definitely a deadbeat. No, allegedly. That came from his mouth. Umar is trash. I know he's trash as a father because he said so himself. There is no allegedly there. That's his words. She is unhinged, though. Sitting up there looking a mess, talking about she's a little unhinged. Okay, what about it? He's definitely not a deadbeat. He's not giving that to you. Well, how about stop thinking about what he's giving, the feeling, the vibe, our third eye isn't open like you are. So we just listened to him and heard what he said. He said he was trash. He said he was a weak A, nothing a B word. He said it. He said it. Now what? Is it still not giving deadbeat to you? Is it? Sitting up there looking a fool, trying to defend. Agreed. Someone said, I hope you don't have children, shaking my head. Period. I hope she don't either. Drop a W in the chat for Sin. Thank you, Sin. Because it's like I said, black women are not Christians. They are black male worshipers. They don't care about what's right. They care about defending what's wrong. They care about defending this man. That's what they care. This is insane. And I have too many of these. I have too many of this. It is insane to me that a child, a woman, don't care what you classify her as, she's 22, she's a child to me. A 22-year-old comes online to talk about how their dusty daddy wasn't there. The dad confirms they weren't there. And you go and jump online talking about he's not giving deadbeat. Well, girl, I don't, maybe you need to get your eyes checked. Get your eyes checked.
Child custody file this thick. What are we talking about? Where is Mama Smurf? Where is Mama Smurf? Can we please have a sit down? And you can fool some of the people all the time, but you can't fool the prince of Pan-Africanism any of the time. Calling me names, using profanity, disrespectful mouth. I just want to say this to all my supporters out there, my true supporters. My true supporters. It ain't that many of my true supporters. But for my true supporters, I want y'all to stay focused. There's a lot of slander going on. There's a lot of lies being pushed out there. There's people trying to use my name to build themselves up. I just want you to be really, really careful right now. Be patient, stay focused. Be patient, stay focused. Be patient, stay focused, brothers and sisters. Y'all know me too well. Y'all know my love for children is too strong. Y'all know me too well for anybody to be coming out the woodworks telling you they've been trying to reach me where my number has been public for.
Saying your number has been public and has not changed only underscore the fact that you did not do the reaching out, that there was not enough communication. And the fact that you are sitting there defending yourself, the fact that you are sitting there defending
I wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a woman.
You feel me? If you with me, you with me.
You can gaslight all of your followers. Maybe their IQ isn't over, I don't know, 50, but you're not about to gaslight everyone else. And if you believe Dr. Umar, if you are sitting up there talking about he does not give you the vibe that he's a deadbeat, then your IQ is too low for me. It is, because he literally said, I am a deadbeat. What do you mean? What do you mean? Just disgusting and degenerate. I don't even want to hear him anymore. And Umar should have had one of his kids with him bouncing on his lap at every interview, every podcast, gosh, like DJ Khaled. Miss Wet, drop a W for Miss Wet. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's not giving that kind of vibe. Girl, you don't know how to read vibes. You're in the shade room commenting. I would just back off. What about Umar gives you a good parent? Absolutely nothing. Nothing about Dr. Umar gives you a good parent. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He told you himself.
20 years. Listen, brothers and sisters. I want y'all to listen. My phone number has been the same for 20 years. So anybody telling you they've been trying to reach me and my phone number hasn't changed in 20 years, mind you, I speak at graduations in Philadelphia all the time. I'm on the street in Philadelphia all the time. I have events in Philadelphia all the time. I got family in Philadelphia everywhere. And you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters?
Did you find her? Stop talking about her engaging to get access to you. Start talking about whether or not you were being a father. Were you being a father? Child support is not fatherhood. I don't know who is going to tell you, but child support is not fatherhood. And I thought you would know that since you were up there talking about how you were a school counselor and how you engage with children and how people come to you and you do workshop about how to parent children. This man does workshop about how to parent children. Insane. Insane. You can't even parent your own children.
Can we please stop?
And you want to know something that's disgusting? Not just him. The fact that I don't actually think this is going to change anything about his access, his interviews, his speech, and his supporters. True level up. He maybe he only know how to deal with boys, because he definitely not talking about them girls.
The cat, brothers and sisters. But let me say this. The quickest way for you to get blocked or put on the FDMG Book of Negro list. The quickest way for you to get blocked or get put on the FDMG Book of Negro list. Shout out to my Stockholm, Sweden Africans. I'm so happy to be in Stockholm, Sweden. Pull up Saturday. It's going down. Ghanaian independence. King Kong consciousness. But let me say this. Let me say this. If you mind my personal business, I don't care who you are, I strongly recommend you mind your business.
Yeah, no, we don't care what you have to say. We're going to mind your business. You're putting it out online. There wouldn't be any business to mind if you took care of your child. Would there? There wouldn't be any business to mind if you weren't on here speaking. You all up in everyone else's business. We can be in yours. You had a lot to say about Diddy. You had a lot to say about Cassie. You had a lot to say about Haley. You had a lot to say about Kamala. You are in everyone's business. We in yours now. What about it? I know a deadbeat when I see one. Stop. Period. Positive vibes. Thank you. Drop some P for positive vibe. I'm going to only use W's. Drop some W's for positive vibe. Thank you. His children are black. That's the only requirement. Exactly. W kilo. W kilo. By the way, I'm saying W because I actually do like seeing W's. It means win. And I was watching these streamers do it. So I said, since they're co-opting black art and black music and black everything, let me co-opt their streaming win. Way too much. Umar, my number hasn't changed. So were you deliberately ignoring her calls? Not only that, were you reaching out? The point at which a father is sitting up here saying she could have called me, my number hasn't changed. You have failed as a parent. The point at which you as a father is sitting up online talking about how your number hasn't changed. If she wanted to, she could have called you. You have failed as a parent. Point blank, period. If you're online saying, I pay child support, you can't say I'm a deadbeat. You're a deadbeat, you're a dusty, and you're weak in nothing a B word. It's that simple.
Because if you don't, you will be blocked and put in the Book of Negroes. Oh, no. Oh, no. As you see on my social media, I've been blocking people who think my business is their business. And if I block you, you automatically in the Book of Negroes. So take a risk at your own peril. But I will say this.
The phone works both ways, a deadbeat, period. Period. Sunnyside says, deadbeat means not paying debts or avoiding responsibility. She's the responsibility you avoided, but he's not dumb. He knows the type of follower he has. Yeah. And if you are supporting him, you are just drop some W's for Sunnyside. I agree with you. If you're supporting him, you're just as bad. If you're supporting him, Chocolate, I think you were here for 21 months. Thank you so much. If you're supporting him, you're just as bad. You're part of the problem. A support for Dr. Umar means you're a terrible person too. He said the reason he didn't marry or stay with his baby mother was because they didn't want him to move in with them after he got them pregnant. Well, he just said they didn't want to wait 12 months for some foolishness. Ain't nobody trying to listen to Dr. Umar. Thank you, Belle.
I'm open to the conversation. Where is Mama Smurf at? Get daughter Smurf and Mama Smurf and then Papa Smurf, and we're gonna have a nice conversation in front of the world. Let's get to the bottom of this. And I'm gonna bring white man paperwork. Oh yes, I have all of my white man paperwork. So baby Smurf, please get Mama Smurf, and Papa Smurf is gonna pull up. And let's have the conversation. Okay? Okay? Let's have a conversation for the whole world. That's all we got to do. But later for that, if anybody needs to reach me while I'm in Sweden, you can still text me. I love the mud. As a child, I used to play in the mud. Let them drag Nana Payana's name through the mud. Because one thing we know about the mud is all living things get their nutrients from the mud.
I can't do this. I can't. At some point, he said he is the chosen. I'm trying to figure out. Him speaking anyone's parenthood is nasty. Yeah. This is why he cannot hold anyone accountable. He can't go anywhere and do anything. He's ineffective and useless. A scammer, he is one, but he just doesn't. He does not represent anything meaningful in terms of advancement of anyone. He is just as bad as the men, the people he speaks down about. Like, just trash. Because someone get up and say grand rising queen doesn't mean you should listen. And he is a terrible person. And if you continue to support him as a woman, knowing that he just leaves his daughter, didn't engage with his daughter, you are part of the problem, unfortunately. Papa Smurf took care of his kids. Bad analogy. Yeah. No, because he thinks taking care of his children means that, I pay child support. That's what he thinks. That's what he thinks. And that's disgusting. And again, I'm not only pointing to him because of all these dusty comments that we are seeing. So he came back and he had this long dusty diatribe where he asked himself a question and answered the question himself. So let me show y'all this. Ain't nobody asked Dr. Umar this. Dr. Umar decided to do an interview by himself. He says, Dr. Umar, I'm sorry you have to go through this. Can you provide a little insight into what's going on with your daughter right now? Let me tell you what he could have done. He could have deleted this question and just write what he wanted to write. I don't know why he up there pretending like he doing an interview. But anyway, he goes, family. This is a money grab, nothing more, nothing less. I thought you said to stay out of your business. Dr. Umar, I thought you said we should stay out of your business. Now you want to drag. I thought you said you weren't going to talk about it unless you were talking with the mother. I thought you were taking the high ground. What happened to that? Oh, that all disappeared when you found you were getting dragged for filth. So you decided to interview yourself. This is a money grab, nothing more and nothing less. My daughter and I have been in contact with each other for several years. Girl, what do you mean your daughter and you were in contact for several years? Am I dumb or did you lie? Because just now you pointed out it was you who came up and said, my daughter gonna come out and
I wasn't there for my
Let me keep putting this back.
daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a woman.
Being in contact, sorry, I was muted. Being in contact does not make you a parent. Being in contact with your child via a phone call or a text does not make you a parent. My daughter and I have been in contact with each other for several years. She has reached out to me intermittently for the past 8 years. So since high school, my number has not changed in 20 years. But have you reached out to her though? The way this is written speaks very clearly of a deadbeat, dusty, useless man who should not be a father. sadly is one causing more damage than anything else. Probably use the donation for child support. Sin said, let me know when y'all ready to have an honest discussion about black men purposely using abandonment as a punishment for women who deny them access. Period. Let me actually put that as a note for the topic to discuss. Winston, thank you. I appreciate that. I need to put that down because I do think that need to come up. It's her saying he's never been to any of her important events and him responding with all of the events and graduation he's been to for everyone. Yeah. And then saying his number hasn't changed. We don't care nothing about your number changing or not changing, sir. Thank you, tired of y'all. Drop its W for tired of y'all and sin. Please drop some W's. I want to say 10 W's. 10 W's it is. Give us 10 W's. Let me stop. But I do want to see some W's. Thank you. She has reached out intermittently for the past 8 years since high school. My number has not changed in 20 years. This was done intentionally so that my child could always contact me no matter what. How about you contacting your child? How about that? How about you contacting your child? No? As soon as I mention wanting to see her, the conversation drops immediately until she decides to bless me with another random text message the following year. So the conversation drops and you don't reach out, you don't reach back out to her, you don't engage with her, you don't call her, you don't show up for her. I often felt that I was being intentionally played with by continued to express to press for the opportunity to meet her. She did once provide some insight when she said, my mother doesn't want me communicating with you at all. You need to prove that, and then she needs to tell us why. Currently, she is being completely dishonest and acting like I haven't been trying to connect with her. Every time I've asked to see her, she would cut off the conversation. This has went on for nearly a decade. If you're able to text your father randomly when you feel like it, why can't you text him a graduation invite or meet with him just once? If you don't know when your child is graduating, you have failed. If you do not know as a parent when your child is graduating, you have failed. To say you've been reaching out and you've been caring for your child is wild and diabolical in the face of this here clip.
I wasn't there for my daughter. And she may expose me on one of these podcasts one day and say, Daddy, you're the reason I can't find good black love because you never validated me as a woman. You feel me?
That don't sound like anyone was holding you back. That sounded like you made some choices. You stuck by your choices and you chose not to be there for her. I will continue to play this clip over and over again whenever he lies about his intention to meet with her, to be there for her. No, you chose you over her and you did not engage with her. You didn't care for her. You didn't show up for her. That much is clear. You said it yourself. Now you want to blame everyone else instead of taking some responsibility for the fact that you failed as a father, you failed as a parent, you failed as a man. Like, what do you mean? And you want to know the toxic thing? Dr. Umar loves to come out here and position himself as if he's better than everyone else. He's talking about all the things that is destroying the Black community. Not one time did he point out the fact that he and his ilk running amok in the Black community, creating children in the Black community, abandoning these children in the Black community is part of the problem with the Black community. The war on Black men, the war on the Black community, you are waging a war on your own family. It is you. You are the problem. It's you. You're a contributor to the problem. Sitting up here talking about my number hasn't changed. I've been in contact with my. We don't care nothing about that. We heard you. We heard you. We accept what you said. You weren't there. You didn't want to be there, and you didn't care to be anywhere around your child. You said that they were going to blame you, and rightfully so, because you didn't show them the love or care for how a man should treat a woman. You said that. You said you weren't there. Just 24 to 48 hours prior to the money grab campaign of hers, you don't know if it was a money grab campaign, but if it was, good for her. I had posted several voiceover videos from various sisters on social media. I had never posted so many of them at once before. Additionally, I posted, this is him trying to tell you why the daughter was activated. Meanwhile, he didn't talk to the daughter. You don't know your daughter enough to know why she was activated and why she's talking. You don't know. You're making things up, you're speculating, but what we do know is that you failed as a father, you failed as a man, and you failed as a parent. Like, it is that simple. My daughter, seeing all of the free publicity these women were receiving, seized upon the opportunity to help herself to some free promotion. Well, I blame her. Even if that were true, I doubt this is true, but even if it's true, you're promoting everyone else, you're promoting other women, and you didn't care to take care of your daughter. You did not care to be there for your daughter. If she feels some kind of way, the fact that you think her feelings are invalid and you can throw it in her face because the people in the community are going to be dusty and think that, oh, why does she think she deserves? She deserves it because it's her father who failed her. She can do what she wants with the name that was given to her because he failed. He is not there to secure the name, so he does not get to be out of her life, disrespect her, move away from her, does not contribute to her growth in any meaningful way as an adult, but then try to dictate to her how she should use the name that he gave her without her consent. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. And for the people who are like, oh my God, we don't care. If this situation is about getting some answers, why are you bragging about all the views your slander videos are getting? And why are you telling people they have to pay you $5,000 for an interview? This is the same thing they said about Cassie. Mind you, this is the exact same thing Dr. Umar himself said about Cassie. Said, if this was about justice, if this was about caring for other women, why is she suing him for money? That is the exact same thing that he said about Cassie, the exact same thing. Trash man does as a trash man do. This is him. Trash parenting disturbs my spirit. It does. It fully does. It does. You failed your child, and whatever failure your child is engaging in right now, we the people should remove the responsibility from you. You don't get to push off that responsibility. You don't get to remove that accountability. You don't get to tell us how to feel about how you failed your child. You don't get that right. This is you. You are the problem. You did this. Take some accountability. Take accountability like you did in the past, where you told us that we can expect that your child will come and expose you because you failed as a man, you failed as a parent, you failed as a father. You failed. Walking around telling people how to treat their children. You don't get to do that. You don't get to tell people how to parent when you don't know how to parent yourself. You don't get that. So the daughter, this is the video that he was talking about, where the daughter was saying y'all can pay her to come do an interview. And while I don't care nothing about what she decides to do with her platform and how she makes her money, I don't care nothing about that. Dr. Umar does not get to tell her how to operate online. You lost that right. When you stopped being a father who showed up, you stopped earning that right. Why is it so wrong for Black women to want financial compensation for their suffering? I don't know. Everyone else gets it. Everyone gets it. Everyone comes online, do their story time, monetize their video, collect their check, then go home. But you have no, absolutely not. Drop some W's in the chat for Kilo. Period. Period. Yeah, like why would she do? Yeah, why would she do an interview for free? Girl, you want my pain and you're going to monetize my pain? Absolutely not. Unfortunately, we're in a capitalistic society. Narcissist may not be that far off because even in his defense, it's still all about him. Yeah, my number hasn't changed, but has hers. She didn't invite me to graduation, but did you ask? What were your attempts, right? There is no reason, absolutely no reason you should be a father, a parent, and you don't know when your child is going to graduate. You have failed. Failure is in you. It's on you. It is you. You have failed. This sucks because one of the things that I've always done is defend parents on this channel. One of the things that is close to my heart is the need to always advocate for good parenting. One of the things that is so sad, right, is the fact that you have to come and reckon with the reality that a lot of these parents are trash, terrible, disgusting, useless people. And it's not because of the system. It's not because they don't have the money. It's because they don't care. They are selfish. They only care about themselves. They don't care about a child. And so they engage, create children, and then leave those children for the mother, fathers in particular, for the mother to raise by themselves, thinking that if they send $2 every 2 days, then you should be fine. Most of them don't even engage in paying child support. And the people who do pay child support because the bar is so low think that they're doing something by paying child support. Where is your presence in that person's life? Disgusting, degenerate, and useless. Like, why are you sitting up here? The first thing out of Dr. Umar dusty, disgusting mouth was, oh, you can't say I'm a deadbeat because I pay child support. Girl, get all the way out of my face. You have failed the test. If this were a test, you got an F, get out of my face. You have failed.
To clout chase, go on my page. I'm a comedian. I've been doing this Instagram, been doing this social media.
Drop some W's. Drop a lot of W's for Sunshine. Thank you. This comment took me there, so I appreciate that. I needed to get that off my chest, and you helped me. So I put W's all the way around. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I've had multiple videos go viral before, and I had to deal with hate comments. It's nothing new. It's always, oh, you want clout, you bashing your dad, you doing this, you doing that. But y'all don't know. But you want to keep exposing your personal business for money for the internet. You trying to make a come up. I'm not trying to make a come up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You can pay me. I'm not. A lot of people hit me up for interviews. Y'all gonna have to come out the pockets because I'm not doing shit free. How the you want me on your platform with my face and my story and my words, and you don't want to pay me?
What's wrong with that? Y'all, what's wrong with that? Y'all want this woman to come on your platform, tell her story, and she says, oh, you're going to pay me. What is wrong with that? Why are y'all like, oh my God. So y'all want to engage in people suffering. You want to use her story to build your platform, but you don't want to pay her for it? No, pay her. Absolutely pay her. If I cared enough to engage in the intricacies of Dr. Umar's life, I do not. I would pay her. I would pay her for the interview. I don't pay for interviews. And two, I don't care about Dr. Umar. I would love to hear her story, hers specifically, but I don't care enough about Dr. Umar. Pay her. If you want her on your platform, pay her. If you can't afford it, sit back, eat your food, and let her do what she does.
Then I'm not coming. 3,500 to 10K is my range. So if you don't want to come up out the pockets, that's fine. I won't be on your platform. Y'all pay Dr. Umar thousands of dollars to go on there and talk. Y'all gonna pay me the same. She the same one who said she not gonna talk about it, and then what? She the same one who said not to talk about it and not to clout chase, but now she talking about it, and now she clout chasing. Smart lady, yes, I'm very smart, and I can make my own decisions. Everybody kept giving me their opinion on what they think I should do and all this, and I'm taking everything in. I'm taking heed to everything. But I'm smart, and I have a mind of my own. I'm going to make my own decisions, regardless of who feels some type of way, because you can pay me. I'm not. A lot of people hear this.
You want to know something disgusting? You want to know something disgusting that we do? We cannot accept victims how they are. We cannot accept victims how they come. And she is a victim. We know this for a fact because her dusty daddy acknowledges that he failed as a father. That is victimization. She's a victim. I don't care what you gotta say. But because she doesn't show up in the way that you want her to show up, because she's not here crying online and begging to be on someone's dusty platform because she has standards and boundaries, you are now mad. And now y'all are dragging her, talking about she only wants money. No, she wants money. She doesn't only want money. She's dragging her father for failing her. Show up for her if you want to be in community. Show up for her if you care. Listen to her if you want to engage with her. But don't come on here, drag her and be all mighty. Oh, see, she wanted money. No, you wanted an excuse to excuse that which Dr. Umar did. You found your excuse by saying she wants money, so you cannot have to deal with the discomfort that you feel knowing that your leader, Dr. Umar, is a dusty, degenerate person who did not engage in what he should have as a parent to this child, and now this child is speaking out, and you are mad about it. You want an excuse to not like her. Don't look that far. Just say what you want. Do it with your chest. Say it with me. You are degenerate, you are useless, and you are the problem. Go ahead. I'll wait. You can say it. Useless. Oh, she's not, she doesn't even seem sad. How do you know she's not sad? How do you know? When I'm sad, I laugh. Y'all just want to be mad. That's it. Oh, she's not crying. And why? Why should she be crying? She said, come up out them pockets. Come up out them pockets. If you want to talk to her, you know what to do. But don't get up here and decide to drag her because she doesn't show pain in the way that you want her to show pain. I promise you, if your daddy was not there gallivanting all over the interwebs and you get to see him everywhere talking about how he's training people to be better parent while he's not showing up in your life, regardless of what is happening behind the scenes, that is going to have an effect. Beyond that, I don't care what you think she's doing. What we're dealing with right now is the fact that the dad was useless. Point blank, period. Ain't nobody got time for anything else. Let me have a story go viral about my life, and you want to interview me and find out how much you're going to have to pay for it. But no one cares. Well, don't ask me. Then when it comes to life milestone, demand to be part of the child's life, or if the child becomes rich, they feel entitled to the child. Yeah, yes, Willow, Mushu. All I see is Umar as a 22-year-old woman. She looks and talks just like her dad. She is his karma. She does. It's her eyes for me. Every time I see her eyes, I see Dr. Umar's. Like, actually. Thank you, Sin. She is her daddy's daughter. Get your money. A period. A period. Get your money, girl. Your dad grifted and all of us grifted off all of us for years. Smart girl, period. She's ending the cycle of exploitation and her life, period. They want you to suffer in silence. Exactly.
Me that's on the front line. It's me that's on the media. It's me. So y'all could tell me what y'all want or whatever. I'm still gonna do what I feel like is best for me, as I should. And nobody's gonna clock me for that. Because that's my situation.
sorry. If Umar was fathering and paying all the child support he talking about, she wouldn't need to come up. Wouldn't she already be up? Exactly. Exactly. In disparaging her, you disparage yourself. Drop off some W's for everyone who sent a super chat. I really do appreciate you all. The engagement actually with the chat, not just a super chat, was very helpful. I couldn't come last night because I was doing things, but I was really stressed watching this. It's just really disgusting to see men who are quote unquote who told Dr. Umar he was the leader, by the way, talking about he the I'm not gonna play that video actually. Dr. Umar done pissed me off enough, and we've been on for almost 2 hours, and I haven't dragged DDG yet. I haven't dragged DDG yet, so I think it's time to go to DDG. Actually, let's do quick work with Sky Jackson, Baby Daddy. Let's just quickly go to Sky Jackson, Baby Daddy.
But I got a question, cuz. How do I get a famous pregnant, cuz?
Hey, you gotta keep it P, man.
Keep it P.
Keep it P, I ain't gonna lie.
That's all I gotta do.
Yeah, keep it P. Be that.
I'm trying to get Zendaya, cuz.
You trying to get that there?
Yeah.
Hey,
Fucking Jesse works.
You know what? I ain't gonna do it. He's looking for his moment, and I'm not gonna give it to him. Because actually, his situation with Sky Jackson is like almost similar to DDG. Let's go to DDG. I'm not gonna give this that's the disgusting degenerate, no teeth having, looking like he can't stand in the zone for too long. I'm not giving it to him. I'm just gonna move on. Just ill. I don't know what decision people are making. I don't know what decision. In my research for DDG, before we actually get to the DDG part of it all, before we get to the DDG part, I found someone reviewing DDG, and I heard this in the background. let me show you what I heard in the background. And I don't know if they were joking, don't care if they were joking. The idea that men are debating whether or not they should have more say-so in for the children because they carried the child equally is diabolical to me. It is not even a conversation I want to entertain, but we go hear them. Hopefully you laugh and then we move on. Dottie Girl gifted one Themis and Toast membership. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And congrats to the person who was gifted the membership. I notice people have been gifting a lot of people memberships, so I really want to say thank you all. We're going to have our next book club meeting this week. I'm going to do it this week because we finished book 2 in the series. It was very fun. DDG and Umar are the epitome of bitter baby daddy. Take no, exactly. But no, it's not just DDG. It's DDG, Dr. Umar, and the Sky Jackson's baby daddy. I don't know his name, don't care about his name, don't want to engage with his name. All 3 of them are 3 different kinds of men, and all 3 of them have one thing in common: they're trash in terms of fatherhood. So good luck vetting out there. Yeah, good luck vetting. Thank you. Good luck vetting. Listen to these men do logic. Listen to these men do logic.
Women in general, how they probably think about it is like, okay, she carried the child.
It's a mother nature type of thing.
It could be because like she carried the child. I'm saying like from her perspective, right?
Yeah,
like
but I'm like, nigga,
how she
work like that.
Background, they're talking about DDG, these 2 men in the corner. They're like, why do women always think they should make decisions about the child? Alicia, you're annoyed already? Wait for it. Girl, I don't even know what to say to these people.
I'm a dad. Like, nigga, I got just as much rights as you do. But I feel like women will be like, because I'm his mom, that you get more rights. Like, no, nigga, don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like I don't know if it's just a mother nature type of thing.
It could be because like she carried the child. I'm saying like from her perspective, right?
Yeah,
like
I'm like, nigga,
how she probably think. I'm talking about just women in general. How they
Yeah.
probably think about it. Like, okay, she carried the child for that amount of time.
But Z, you gotta think about it, nigga. That little nigga, bro, kids and our nuts. We carry around kids 24/7 in our balls. You know what I'm saying?
So, with that said, it is with that vein, we go to DDG, who comes online, and I'll tell you the story. So DDG decided that he's going to continue his Dusty campaign because ever since DDG met Holly, he has been on a mission to bring her down. One of the things about DDG that you have to understand the story is that when it comes to Holly, DDG is probably the biggest scar, the biggest anchor, the biggest issue on her record. He is her biggest problem. In truth, she knew that when she was with him. And you're not going to convince me anything different. She knew exactly who she was dating. She knew exactly who he was. She was a Disney princess. He was a YouTube streamer. She knew who he was. And she was all up in there for the ride, right? No blaming of her, but she knew who he was. But he is trash for this, and disrespectful, and bitter. So let's hear him talk about about this.
What's good, y'all? It's not clickbait. I don't even like. Y'all know I like doing like skits and like just having fun on the internet. I don't really like talking about real life, but
all you do is talk about your real life stuff. All you do, everything we know about you and Holly and your relationship is without our consent. You literally come online and spew everything to us, from you being jealous of her acting in The Little Mermaid, you not wanting to promote The Little Mermaid, you literally trying to disrupt her career, you showing that she's pregnant while she was walking behind you and publishing that, you shoving the child in her face every 2 seconds. It is you. You did this. No one asked for it. You just come and said, here's my life, take it. What hilarious is that I'm editing a video on DDG being a bitter baby daddy, right? Period. Let me know when it's done too, so I can go watch.
I feel like I have to. And it's getting to a point where I feel like I'm honestly getting, when it comes to me just wanting to just be a dad. Y'all know how much like I love Halo. It's literally the best thing that ever happened to me. And this is literally my last resort. I feel like I don't.
Girl, your last resort is in the court. Your last resort is definitely not us. We can't do anything. You literally told us to stay out of your business. You told us we were broke. You told us we were useless. You told us that you're rich and that to mind our own business. You told us that. Why are you telling us that this is your last resort? Are you going to actually try to shame the mother of your child to do what you want? You know this is some level of abuse, right? To publicly shame her into getting your way by turning the entire world against her is abusive. You know that, right? And he's trying to garner all of these bitter baby daddies. Let's call them that. He's trying to get all of them to come and say, see, women don't want me to give them the kids. Not Halo. If you like... And the thing is, you can't actually test this theory if they actually want the child because you don't want your child to be experiencing neglect or abuse or anything like that. So you're not going to be able to do what I would suggest, which is give them a child, say, here you go, and see what happens. Because they don't actually want the kids. They want to be able to run up in and out of your life when they feel like it. And when you set boundaries, they are mad. You don't get to just show up at her house whenever you want. You have to create a schedule and stick to it. You don't get to just come in and clap down. She probably got a man somewhere that she needs to go meet. You don't do it for her right now. The child has a routine, a schedule. You are disrupting it. She probably don't want her child to be working. You have this child on stream every single day. She probably tired, girl. The child labor law kicking in. Is he comparing male genitalia with pregnant? Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. DDG is Hallie's L, and I hate that for her. Precisely, Miss Wit. Drop W's, Miss Wit, because period. Period. Delicia, Miss Webster, welcome to the membership. This is Talisha. I changed my name. Love you, Themis. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You've been a member for 27 months. Put Kanye West and Tyrese in the period. I should have put Tyrese and Kanye West. I should have put Tyrese and Kanye West in the thumbnail just because. Just because.
I don't have no type of like hurt, bro. Like I don't have no type of say so, and I keep getting this word thrown around like this. I don't give a if this make me seem childish. I just want to be able to see my son when I want to see my son, take my son when I want to take my son. Like I don't.
That is childish. That is child. See, here's the thing. It's very easy to know what these people want. You don't get to see your son when you want to see your son and take your son when you want to take your son. There is a schedule, there is a routine. Kids need this. Kids need structure. You can't just come in and take your son when you want to take your son, travel with your son when you want to. You can't do that. You're not the primary caregiver. You're not. You can't do that. You don't get to disrupt the child's life. Maybe if y'all were still together, y'all could negotiate that. Now that you're not together, you can still negotiate that, but you don't get to come in and take your son when you want to take your son. That is selfish. It is childish. It's useless, and it will not work. And I'm glad Hallie's putting her foot down saying, absolutely no, ma'am. I do not eat green eggs and ham. You can get all the way out of my face. You useless man. I want to take my son when I want to take my. This is what they think parenting is. Showing up when you want to show up, doing what you want to do, and leaving when you want to leave. No, there is a child involved, and you have to be consistent. You need structure and you need routine. And if you can't do that, well, you got to sit back, relax, and let her do what she got to do, and you fit in where you fit in. What do you mean? You don't get to come in there and say, I want to take my son when I want to take. No, your child is sleeping right now. He can't come. No, we're bathing them. They're doing this. This is their playtime. This is their teaching time. This is their fun time. You can come between 12 and 3 on Saturday. And you will be supervised. Last time you had that child, you had him over at Kai Sanat's house where people were up. Let me leave that alone. But you had issues. Let me leave that alone, actually. Have this child working before the child can even speak. Child just all over no. She put her foot down and you're mad. I want to be able to take my child when I want to take my child. That is so selfish and dumb and useless. That's not how that works. Can you imagine? You are the primary caretaker of the child and you're working so hard to raise the child, create structure and routine, and the dad just show up talking about, I want to be able to take my child when I want to be able to take no. He had that child ever on Kodak Black and Blue. Yes. No, absolutely not. Thank you again, Dash, for being a member for 4 months. We be the baby dining coalition. And then he sends out this dusty bat signal for all the dusty men to come. Yeah, my baby mama name, let me see my dad. Okay, fine. Your child is now 25. Have you seen them? No, you haven't. Is the mom still stopping you from creating a relationship between you and your grown child? No. Ugh. Yeah, it is about controlling the mother. It is about control. They lack it, they want it, and they are dying without it, but you don't get to have it. This is not Burger King. You do not have it your way. You'll sit there, relax, and the parent that is doing the work will let you know when you can come and engage, unless you want to be the primary caretaker. Mind you, he does not want to be the primary caretaker. A lot of these men do not want to be the primary caretaker, and if they do, they take the child and then pass it off to their parents or some woman in their family.
I don't care if this make me look childish, if I look like I'm on the internet crazy, whatever I don't care, bro. Like, I don't care what nobody thinks.
We know you don't care. This is also part of the problem. It is very clear that you're too immature. You lack emotional regulation. You went over there without calling, without texting, without confirming that you could get the child. You didn't get the child. You got mad, and instead of go sit somewhere and cry by yourself, deal with it, go to a therapist. I don't know, write in your journal. Do something. You decided to come online and drag the mother of your child. Yes, you are childish, and you probably aren't the type that I would want a child to be around learning from. Useless. Useless. You can't even control yourself enough to say, you know what? I might be mad right now. I want to see my child. I am upset because I should be able to see my child, but I understand that the child has routine. Hallie posted that they were sick, and she didn't want you there right now because they're sick. You don't get to just show up. Did you call her? Did you schedule to be there? Right? Like, what were the? Did you just show up? Did he just show up at her home thinking she need to let him in so that he can go see the child? You thought that was gonna fly? No, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. And then you came and crashed out online, further validating the fact that you have no emotional regulation. You don't know how to control yourself. He even made a song. So all of this for him is content. Mind you, there is a slight I don't feel bad for Hallie. Hallie knew exactly what she was doing. Fully. She was fully aware. This is still trash. And he can be dragged for trash and behaving poorly. And trying to get the Dusty Million Dad March going. Like, nobody's trying to hear, oh, we dads, we don't have any rights. Sit somewhere.
I literally just want to be in my son's life. And I feel like I'm getting bullied. I'm constantly being called a secondary parent, not a primary parent.
You are a secondary parent. You are not the primary caretaker, girl. Sit somewhere. Do you want to be the primary caretaker? No? Then take that label, sit with it, eat it, swallow it, do whatever you need to do with it, but it's yours. Take it, it's yours. You're welcome. At least you're a parent.
And it's like, I just don't know what to do at this point. I don't know what to do. And that's why I'm like, maybe this will make her want to have to let me see my son. But I get to see him, but it's very minimal time. Like, if y'all ever watch, I know I usually Snapchat when I'm with my son. I live stream every day, so y'all kind of get to see.
That is wild. That is in the moment you're talking about how you love your son, care for your son, you're also saying every time you have your son, you're live streaming with your son. So is the son a prop? Is this a child to you or a prop for content? What do you mean anytime you're with your son, you're streaming? Are you being a parent then? Are you being a parent? I mean, you might be. Maybe that. Look, maybe he need a job immediately. Ariel has been a member for 29 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I've been around girls all week because I don't get the chance to be a dad when I want to be a dad. Like you think I don't give a
I was around women all week because I don't get to be a dad when I want to be a dad. Pause. Are you part-time dad? So you just want to be a dad sometime? You just want to be a dad sometime. You don't get to be a dad when you want to be a dad. You are with girls because you couldn't be with your. I'm sure that must have made sense somewhere up there before he said it. Like, I'm sure he was computing something else. Like, when you're doing calculation, try not to use the abacus because it's like really difficult to use. I just ordered me an abacus because I want to use. But I feel like you should do calculation on that. You should try to like upgrade the software system. Something is not calculating up top. Something is not. To say that outright, it feels like you could not be a dad, so you were with women. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Not only does that not make sense, but you said you want to be a dad when you want to be a dad. So you're not just a dad overall, but you want to choose when you get to be a dad? Girl, period. Period. Let Holly know that she needs to let you be a dad when you want to be a dad. No, it don't make sense to me either, Jamal. I'm just choosing to move on because the computation that is occurring in his brain is just, I'm either not there yet or it's too low. I don't know which one it is. DDG, she won't let me see my son, but I won't sue for joint custody. Right? Thank you from the front porch gardener. I appreciate that. Everyone drop some W's for the front porch gardener. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
about hanging around those girls. I want to be around my son. You feel me? But since I can't be around my son, I'm obviously gonna work. I'm not gonna sit in the crib, look at the wall, and cry about this. You know, I'm gonna go work. So it's like every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far, so I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him.
Did you tell them you were coming to? I don't believe him. I think the truth is in between his lies. The truth is in between his lies, and here's the truth. If you're telling me that you set up a schedule with Holly and there was an agreement for you to go pick up your child and you drove however long you drove to go pick up your child and they told you no, they're dead wrong. But I don't think that's what happened. That is impossible that that's what happened. If that was what happened, he would have explained that's what happened. What he did was jumped in his dusty car, drove all the way to Holly house, knocked on the door and said, "Can I have my son?" Absolutely not. Get out of my face. You didn't make a call. You didn't set a schedule. Move from in front of my gate before I call the police. And he mad. And he's mad. Like, why would you think that would work? Why do you think just showing up saying, "Give me my child" would work? You don't even know what is happening. That don't make sense. I am 100% sure. I am 1,000% sure that there was not a schedule for him to come pick up the child where they agreed and he then showed up. He just showed up and wanted you to hand him the child. No. No. Particularly if the child is sick. You're not playing the violin music enough for me. What does the W's mean? When did this start, Themis? It started when I wanted to show appreciation. It is it's win, but just the W, and it allows me to see that my chat and my community are celebrating other people celebrating in the chat. It's a confirmation that we're in agreement with the super chat. Not even just a super chat, like a comment that I see that I like. It is a way for community. Don't act, don't drag me. Did I take it from somewhere else? I sure did. Daily live stream took black men out of the home.
I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. You feel me? Like it don't have nothing to do with me working, by the way. I'm not going to air out her business, but me and her has not been together for a long time. Like, I don't know if it's...
We has is nasty work. we has is nasty work.
I don't know what it is, but it's been going on for a minute where I just never got on the internet and said nothing. I mean, I might like throw like little subliminals or some shit like that, but it's like, bro, like, I don't want to get on the internet because at the end of the day, you know, this is something that can really like with him.
You want to know? You want to know? Someone said, wait, so we has been tired of your whining. He said, I don't want to come to the internet. Why are you here? Ain't nobody sent for you. I don't want to embarrass her. Girl, you've done nothing but embarrass this woman. You did not, I'm going to leave the pregnancy alone. But ever since you met this girl, you've been embarrassing her online. You've done nothing short of embarrass this woman online.
But I'm really just coming on this as just a...
I think for a lot of men, I don't know if this is DDG, so I won't speak for him. A lot of men thought, oh, you are now pregnant, we're no longer together, you're going to flop. And I think people still see Holly as this sweet, innocent, like her brand is still strong, right? Her brand is still strong. And even for me, I didn't know if she could pull it off, right, after DDG. And so I think this makes a lot of people sick. I'm not saying DDG because I don't know him, but it's giving the vibe that he is sick, that he did not like soil her career and everything. Like he really tried. He dragged her in a song. He was tweeting about her. He lied about cheating on her. Like it was a lot, girl. He had her on Krishan Rock and Blueface. By the way, that's when I knew. That's when I knew Holly was done for the mess. Because you're not about to have me around Krishan Rock and Blueface. Call me what you want to call me. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
A dad that really don't know what to do at this point. I've been dealing with this since he's been born, damn near. It's like I really feel like I'm a nanny at this point. The nanny has been able to have my son more than me. And I don't even know the nanny name. Like, it's like,
hear how dumb this is. He's trying to show that they exclude him and they don't care about him, but he don't know the nanny name, right? First of all, how do you know the nanny has your child more than you if you don't know her name or the nanny's name and you are not around the nanny? Did you not ask the nanny's name? Oh, he's going to say the nanny hand the child off to him. Did you not ask this nanny? Did you not do any research on the person taking care of your child? So you didn't care nothing about that. You thought it was a win that Holly made the nanny be around the child more than you, as if that's not what the nanny is hired to do, right? it would be obvious that the nanny would be around the child more than a lot of people. But let's just say, oh, okay, cool, the dad should have been around. The fact that he doesn't know the nanny name is whose problem? There is someone taking care of your child and you don't know who that person is, and you are multi-millionaire, and you think that is whose fault? You think that's her fault? She went, did her background check, hired the nanny, whatever, and you don't know the nanny's name, and you don't see how that means you have failed as a parent. To not know your child's nanny's name means you have failed as a parent to some degree. You saying that, thinking that we are going to register that as, oh my God, she makes all these decisions without him, is wild. What you should have said was, I had to go and do my own research to find out who was watching my child to make sure that it is safe. The fact that you still don't know who the nanny is means that you're not a good parent, in my opinion.
It's just not fair, bro. So I have to come on here and I gotta do this. I don't want to be on no shade room, bro. Like, I don't want to be on no blogs and no like that. I'm just trying to kick it, but I gotta do like this. Now I gotta go to court, do all this extra when it ain't even gotta be like that, bro. But today was my last.
If you gotta go to court, mind you, he's gonna come back with another video talking about, oh, I don't want to go to court. I wonder why you don't want to go to court. I wonder why you don't want to go to court, DDG. Okay, he about to say, I don't want to go to court. I thought you just said, now you got to go to court. I thought you just got to say you got to go to court. Now, he going to come back. Please remember he said, now I got to go to court. Because he going to come back and talk about, oh, I don't want to go to court no more. There's a big fat policeman at the door. Like, this man is wild. Degenerate is as degenerate does.
Straw, I'm like, all right, cool. Y'all, if y'all was watching me stream yesterday, y'all know I'm like, all right, I wouldn't even gonna stream today. I'm like, I ain't streaming today. I'm gonna be with my son. I planned my whole day to be with him. My whole day was around that.
Oh, that's cute. You planned your whole day to be around him. Cool. Did she know that? Was there an agreement? Did you plan? Did you plan your whole day to be around him without her knowledge? Doesn't background check the nanny, but pretends to care about it. You're right. That's what's bizarre to me. Like, it's not doing what you think it's doing. If you want us to believe you care about your son, and there's someone watching your son, and you're telling us that you don't even know the name of the person watching your son, it's gonna be a real hard sell for me to believe you care nothing about that child, unless you're lying about not knowing the nanny's name. And I think you're lying about not knowing the nanny's name. Because through all of this, there's part of me that believes you probably want to be around your son. I don't know if it's love, care, protection, but I do know you want to use him for content. I do know that. And I think that Hallie should respond to go to the court since you're whining and crying online to get some things on paper, including not putting the child on social media. And let's see how you like them apples. I actually think she should. I think she should do it. I think she should have an agreement. Y'all should go into mediation and come up with custody agreement so that you can understand that you have a specific time where you need to meet certain requirements. Because this, oh my God, I'm just going to come online and crash out, it's not working for anyone. Absolutely not. It's not. Sunshine, drop some W's in the chat for Sunshine. I appreciate that. I agree with you too.
And then I get there and I'm kicked out of the crib, can't see him, whatever. Mind you, we have our own lives. Like, she got her own shit going on. I got my own shit going on in terms of who with. Like, we not together whatsoever. We not boyfriend and girlfriend. So it ain't got nothing to do with the content. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I've been dealing with this forever where I feel like I'm a secondary parent. And I know a lot of dads.
Girl, you don't gotta feel like you're a secondary parent. I can confirm that you're a secondary parent. Like, Was that not known? Did you not know that? Is that something that is new to you? Like you said, you've been going through this for a while, so you must know that she's the primary parent. She's literally the custodial.
And I know a lot of dads out there go through this.
That, mind you, is the bad signal. A lot of dads go through what? What do they go through? Crashing out online. You are correct. A lot of dads come and lie and crash out online.
And the kids will never understand. Luckily, my son is only 1, so I don't have to like worry about him like feeling like, oh, my pop's not there. Every time I'm there, he got a smile on his face. He happy to see me, but he only can see me for no more than 48 hours. I haven't had to have my son to myself for longer than 72 hours, max. He's getting picked up, taken away.
That's the wild thing to say when you all were together when the child was born. So you're telling me that you weren't there for a week straight, a month straight? Like that's the wild thing to say when y'all were together. Did Holly say, "Don't touch my child," and gave the child off to someone when y'all were together? That what happened? Period. He lying, by the way. He lying.
I can't come get him. Whatever. Like it's like I don't know what to do at this point. I genuinely don't know what to do, and it's like I'm just gonna come on here and just say what I say and then get off, go about my day. I just feel like this needs to happen. It needs to be some type of repercussions for this, because I'm not a deadbeat, nowhere near. I have inspired dads across the world to want to be in their kid life. Why make it harder for me?
Yeah, who said, you know what? I want to be a good father because of DDG. I ain't saying he not doing it. I ain't saying he not doing it, but I ain't saying he doing it either.
But I don't know what to say for real. I wouldn't say this was an impulsive decision, but it's just, bro, I'm just frustrated, bro. Like, yeah, I could take it off that emote. I'm just frustrated. And I just don't know what to do. And I hate that every time I got something going good, it's always some type of drama.
How about messaging, calling, engaging with Holly and saying, "Hi, Holly, when can I see my child?" How about doing that? And if she say never, then you have an argument. If she say, girl, get out of my face, then you have an argument. Go to court. I don't know what you coming online doing. Like, do you think we're going to go bully her into making you see the child? You think that's what's going to happen? What exactly? Actually, what do you think is going to happen? What is the resolution that you want from us? What exactly do you want? Email her manager. Girl, go email Flounder. Go the crab. What's the Sebastian is taking emails, girl. Write your note, put it in a bottle, and throw it in the sea. You'll get to her in time.
Some type of something going on in my life. I've been doing really good. I've been keeping my head down, just working, waking up every day, working, dealing with this on the same breath. Nobody will really know. And she got.
In his chat, someone said, this is normal nowadays for women to do, and it's not fair at all. That's sad. WTF happened. Free Halo. you just gotta go to court.
Got this.
Free Halo. I wanted to see Halo. See, this is it. He probably promised them, that's the people, that he would have his son. Free Halo. The free halo is nasty work.
Golden image that I've also protected, and I'm like, all right.
She has this golden image that I've protected. That is jealousy. This is my opinion. That right there is jealousy. That highlights something that he really dislikes. I don't think he likes this woman. I think he actually hates her. I don't know this as a fact, but I think that he despises the fact of her stardom. I do. To say she has this golden image that I've protected when you have literally been the scar, the spot on her image is nasty work. You literally are the biggest issue on her resume. On her resume, when people look down at it, you are the only thing that gets brought up as an issue. I hope Ali Falcon get awarded sole custody. Yeah, I think they're going to be shared custody or visitation, unfortunately. And I think, like, not even unfortunately, you should see your child, but you don't get to just show up. Like, you don't get to just show up and say, I'm here, give me my child. No, the child is sleeping. No, the child is sick. No, the child is learning. No, the child is eating. Like, what do you mean? Next time you want to see your child, let me know in advance. Yeah, you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to be an adult. You're going to have to be an adult. Well, he just released a new song called Don't Take My Son, so I guess now we know his end game. And no, I'm not. No, I know. I have it, but I can't play it. ACW's for AC, thank you. I have the song. I can't play it for copyright reasons. But yeah, he made a video, this video, then he made a song, and then he made a follow-up video. This is content for him.
Cool. I'm gonna keep doing that because I'm a real. But this is foul, bro. Like, if I want to come get my son, I should be able to get my son. Plain and simple.
That is not plain and simple. That is unhinged.
And I wasn't even coming to take him. Like today, I wasn't even gonna take him out because he's sick. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just grab my son and go hang out with him downstairs. Me and her.
Downstairs in whose house? Wait a minute. I didn't hear this part. Downstairs in whose house? You showed up unannounced without telling them to go take your son because he's sick, and you weren't gonna take the son out. You just wanted to hang out in her house downstairs. If you don't get all the way out of my house, imagine you're Hallie dating someone and you're sick and you can't hang out with the person because you're sick, and this man randomly shows up talking about, I want my son, I want to stay over and hang out in the house. Now, go get out of my face. get out. You wanted to hang out downstairs in her house. No, absolutely not. The fact that you think you're right is kind of wild. The fact that you think you're correct here is, he probably really thought there was like an open door policy where now that you have my child, I get to be in and out of your life how I want to be in and out of it. Hallie said, I might have a soft voice, but I am not you're not about to do that. I will not let you run amok. Period. You tried it. I didn't hear this part where he's like, I wasn't going to take him. I was just going to be downstairs in her house. Girl, absolutely not. My child is sick, so you're not taking my child. That's the first thing. And two, you're not about to sit up in my house. No. Yeah, no.
Don't really speak like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to take my son, go hang out downstairs, whoop. I'm getting kicked out. No. Like,
yeah, yes. You're getting kicked out. You go take your son and go hang out downstairs. Get out of my. If you don't get all the way out of my, this is some level of audacity. The way I didn't hear, I don't know why I didn't, because I watched this multiple times. I didn't hear that he said, I wanted to go hang out in her house.
Like it's conversations where it's like the that's said to me is so if you heard it, it's on some leave us alone type.
Period. Be like Dr. Umar and leave. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. That's a joke. A terrible joke.
I'm like, bro, like now I can see if I like no in the world can tell me that I'm a deadbeat or a bad dad. No in the world can ever say that to me. If my son can talk, he'll tell you my pops is the realest ever. This me.
What is the name of your child's nanny? You don't know, you're a deadbeat. That's my opinion.
I wish I can be around him more. I don't get the chance to, bro. It's not cool. Like, it's like, all right, like I have never took my son out of the state before. Never been able to. I don't have permission. Like, it's.
Wait, why does he feel like that's like weird? I don't understand why he think that's weird. Like you want to take the child out of the state for what reason? Absolutely not.
It's like I have a second mom. Like I gotta ask my second mom, hey, can I take my son? Can I take our son somewhere? But if she want to get up and leave the country and leave the state, I get no say so whatsoever.
Are you the primary caretaker? And also, do you have an issue with them leaving? Because if you have an issue, if you're like, no, I don't want my child to be traveling, okay, then that's different. But like, she's the primary caretaker, she's leaving, she's going to take her child. What do you mean? You are not the primary caretaker. If you actually want this legally done, go to court. Like, for real, go to court. Because this is insane to me. If she doesn't trust you downstairs, you ain't going down on those stairs. Period. He is exhibit A of what we mean when we say men ruin their own court case. Yeah, no, yeah. Period. W is sunshine, because period. W's. W's to AC. Well, he just released a new song. I read that. Yeah.
I can't say one word because she tell me that she the primary parent. Like it's like, bro.
What is this? Why do you say primary? She is the primary. You've been saying you're the secondary parent all day. She's the primary parent. What's so confusing? I don't understand what's confused. Oh, I have a mod meeting to go to. What's so confusing about that?
Not cool, bro. It's not fair, bro. Like, I promise you, I swear on my life, on my soul, on my son, I never wanted to come on here and say no shit like this, but I feel like this is the only way. So now if y'all don't see me with my son, every day, y'all know I stream every day. Every day I don't see my son, I'm gonna number it. Let's see. I know she gonna let me see my son now. This is the only way. Behind closed doors, I have not been able to see my son. Only if we on perfect terms and she around is cool. But if we not, I don't get to see him. I don't care to do girl content, whatever. That has nothing to do with anything that's work. That has nothing to do with me wanting to be around my son, like whatsoever. I don't give a who she talked to, who is, who she filming movies with. I don't give a. I care about my son. That's all.
That emotional outburst says differently. Right there is his problem. This emotional outburst right here is his problem. His problem isn't Halo. His problem is controlling her. That's his problem. Captain Bandit, he is the hero. Gonna take us back to zero. Bitter baby daddy voice magnified, and he's fighting on the bandit side. The failure is yours, Captain Planet. Thank you, Sunshine. Appreciate it.
like whatsoever. I don't give a who she talked to, who her is, who she filming movies with. I don't give a I care about my son. That's all I care about. Literally, that's all I care about. And when that's taken from me, she know that's the only way I get frustrated. That's the only way she can get under my skin, because I don't care what she does. We haven't been together. This might be a curveball to a lot of people, but me and her has not been together.
Yeah, he big mad. He's mad. He can't control her. They're not together. He doesn't know who she's with. He's pissed. That's what is happening here. He is pissed. He lacks control over her. That's it. That's all.
For a long time before that post. We've been not really together. We probably was on and off for a little bit. That's it.
I think he probably thinks, so sweet, meek Hallie. She was there. She was so in love. She's gonna really want me. And seeing Hallie be like, okay, girl, next. Seeing Hallie be blase probably really gets going over to her house to talk about, let me stay downstairs with the child. And she says, no, absolutely not. Get out of my house. I think that is really just like tripping him up. He don't know what to do with himself.
But further than that, we has not been together. This is the only thing that can bother me is with my son. Yeah, now I don't even bring her name up when I get on live. I get on live, I call her the mother of my child. I call her this and that, nothing but be respectful. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not finna sit here and get bullied behind closed doors over my son.
Wait, so you're not going to be respectful to the mother of your child online anymore? All right, girl. I don't know what that means, but please note that for every time you drag Hallie, we will be dragging you, just as a general matter. Because while she knew what she was getting into, this is a wild thing to do. This is wild. And so to say I've been respectful to her online and I'm not going to do that anymore is a weird thing to say. Mind you, she has never, that's one thing I do like about her and her sister. They really don't be confirming anything. They don't really be talking about these men. They'll be claiming these men publicly, children and all.
And I can't see him. Just not doing it, bro. But now I understand. Like I always say a little shit on the internet, like, I don't see how dads can't be in they son life for this and that. It be the mom, bro. It don't even be the dads for real. Like the dads want to be there, but if the mom ain't don't want you to be there, you can't be there.
That is not true. If dads want to be there, they would. They can be there. They choose not to be there. It's not the mom. I'm not saying this never happens, but it's not the dad. So he went out, made a song that I'm not gonna play, and then he came back. He came back because he's like, oh my God, I'm dusty and I shouldn't have said that. So this is him coming back to clarify some things.
Bro, my mindset.
I also forgot the Dr. Umar comments. Like all these comments, I literally forgot to put them up because I was over Dr. Umar, but it's fine. We'll do them some other time.
Behind yesterday, like I was fresh off the little situation that I was going through. Like I just left the crib or whatever. And I was like, hopefully me doing this is going to make her be like, all right, here, take your son. You feel me? Not the case. So I think at this
he came online, crashed out, and thought, oh, Hallie gonna see me crashing out and then give me my son. She said, absolutely not. Get out of my face. Funny, I don't understand how he doesn't see that as abusive. Like, I legit don't know how he doesn't see that as abusive.
At this point, it's like, all right, it's so early in my son's life. It's like, okay, cool. He won, he just vibing. I mean, he know what he's doing, but like, and at that point right now where it's like, okay, You know, if you ain't around this nigga, he like, oh, I don't like my daddy, you know? So that's my main thing. I just don't want it to come to the point where it's like, all right, my pop's not around, you feel me? And that's just my main thing. So I'm not really like, I mean, I was more frustrated and annoyed than anything yesterday. And I'm not going to keep talking about this. I got a whole stream planned. I'm gonna do like a bunch of blind dates today. So it's going to be a good little stream. It's not going to be drama filled, but I do want to talk about a few things because I can. I keep getting called an internet. Duh. Like, okay. Whoa. You talking about you internet. Duh. I know I am. But this is the first time I ever spoke on this situation. Like, and I've been dealing with this for
I hate when people do that. It's the first time I'm ever doing this. It's the first. All you've been doing since you met this girl is dragging her online. Ever since you met this girl, you've been dragging her nonstop online. You are a manipulative piece of. Oh, wait. You're just terrible. You're a terrible person.
a long time. I never spoke on it because for the simple fact, I don't like putting y'all in my real life business, but I'm like, okay, I don't know what else to do.
You don't like doing what? You don't like doing what? Putting us in what? You don't like putting us in your business? Are you sure that's what you want to say right now?
I really don't. And I know the internet move people. Like, I just want to just see my son. That's it. Like, I love being a dad and I want to be a dad. Plain and simple. That's all it is. I think I'm the first to ever get canceled for wanting to be a dad. It's out here. It's
No, you came online and you want to disrupt this person's life and control them. It's not about being a dad. He literally said, I know y'all thought you were going to see him. What someone was in the comment talking about, oh, I thought we were going to see Halo. You just want to stream with this child. Use this child as a prop. No.
It's dudes out here that get glorified for being deadbeats. I literally, I didn't get canceled. You know, that's just how you say it, figurative speech or whatever. But like, I get she got fans and like my mindset wanted to come on here to be like, okay, cool. I'm trying to get her canceled or whatever. No, I'm like, bro, this has been going on for too long. I don't know what else to do.
This is so good. Oh my God. Hallie girl, I am so sorry. Funny enough, Hallie's one of those people with the right PR team. She can shoot up top the A-list. Right? She's talented, she's smart, she can act, she's beautiful, all of that. And it's just like, this man just here dragging her down. Like, I just feel really bad. I feel bad because it's like, you don't even see how you're just making everything worse for your child and for her. I don't care about you.
Where I got power at is on the internet. That's all I can do. I can't do nothing else. You feel me? And
yeah, I'm gonna do the warning. I wasn't, but I'm going to. Please be careful who you procreate with. Like, see, I know like you can't vet, obviously, and like you don't know how people are gonna turn out. But like a DDG it was clear from the beginning. Please be careful. It's not worth it. It's really not. It's really like it's just people can just bring down your whole life.
I don't want to go to court. That's my whole thing. Like, going to court makes everything even more messy than what it is. And then you got to tell the judge real personal info. Then folks get real parasocial, get to looking up stuff, get to seeing what's really going on. Because I really ain't tell nobody nothing for real. I just said I just want to see my son. That's it. And I ain't been able to see him when I want to see him. I'm just treated like, I think the nanny get treated better than me. That's how I be feeling. I don't even.
His behavior is why Halo won't let him not Hallie. His behavior is why Halo won't like him, not Hallie. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Like, imagine growing up with any decency at all, and then you look online and see your dad just crashing out. Like, he's mad at the nanny, thank you to us, for doing her job. Like, of course the nanny is going to be around the child. Like,
even know the lady name. I pick him up from the damn nanny. I don't even know this bitch name. I don't want to call her, but like, I don't even know her name, bro. I'm like, it's not cool, bro. And then people be saying, oh, we seen Halo on your stream. If Halo pop up on my stream, y'all, he be on my stream for what? 5 minutes. He get clipped hella because he the cutest baby in the world.
Nope, you said in your last stream that you wanted to stream with him. So don't do that. Don't say you don't usually put him on the stream because he was dragged for wanting to use your child as a prop. That child was all through and through them scream. Overstimulated. That at Calcinat House, that poor child looked overstimulated. I don't know. I won't speak on your child any further, but just know.
Duh, he get clipped hella. And then he be gone. Like, I barely post my son now. I've been filming with girls all month. You probably seen Halo on my stream maybe like 2 or 3 times, bro. And then, I'm gonna quit speaking on this in a minute, because I know like a lot of my stuff got clipped out of context and made people, treat some type of way, but
none of your thing got clipped out of context. We sat here, watched the entire thing. It was still dusty. Like, it was still dusty. And nothing got clipped out of no context.
You think I wanted to get on the internet and say all that, bro? I've been on the best.
Yes. Not only do we think you wanted to come on the internet and say all that stuff, you did it. So the fact that you did it meant you want. Did someone put a gun to your head and force you to come online and do it? No? So you did it because you wanted to do it. What are you talking about? You thought I wanted to come in here and do... Yes. Ask the nanny her name. Girl, hopefully it's the nanny a man, because he really bent out of shape.
PR running the world. I ain't want that. I had to. I didn't.
Hi, son.
Hey.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
I'm live right now.
Okay. Hi, live.
Right.
Ma'am, come get your son. Ma'am. Hello, DDG mother. Can you tell him to like not do what he's doing? All of it, just shut it down. No, all right. Just gonna let him do it, God. Period.
But yeah, no, I didn't want to do all of that, but I feel like I had to. Everybody's saying go to court, do this and that. The reason I don't want to is because.
What do you mean you don't want to go to court? In your last video, you said, this is why I'm going to have to go to court. You literally said, this is why I'm going to have to go to court. Now you're like, I don't want to go to court. We know you don't want to go to court because you don't actually have an argument. Ain't nothing wrong. You just want to do what you want to do, and you're not getting your way, and so you're pissed about it. And you know that if you go to court, you probably will have a stricter regimen.
Do all of that, but I feel like I had to. Everybody's saying go to court, do this and that. The reason I don't want to is because it's going to get extremely messy, and it don't have to happen. And it's going to get to a point where, nigga, it ain't no way. Appreciate that $5 gifted, Cardi, but it ain't gonna go how. I think it's in like her best interest to not want to go to court either. When we can just have a clear understanding. All right, cool. Like, I want to pick my son up, take him to dinner. If you really want him, I'll bring him right back. It's not a problem.
No, the clear understanding is that you need to let her know in advance. You all need to come up with a schedule. You don't get to just show up when you want to show up. That is not an agreement. That is how you want to show up and control other people. It does not work like that. You're pissing everyone off. Actually go to court. Because that don't make no sense. No, just let me take my son when I want it. No, that's not how that works. And funny enough, even if it were with you and Holly was doing what you are doing, I would have disagreed with her too. When you're the primary caregiver, when it comes to the child, you actually do have to have some kind of structure.
We go to court, the judge gonna give me some time. And when I got the time, I'm gonna do whatever I want with my son. When y'all see me streaming with girls, and y'all don't never see my son around, do you? I would never do that, ever. My content has nothing to do with me being a father. I purposely separate him from any of that.
What do you want to do with your son that Holly does not want you to do? Because it's actually kind of interesting now. Because you said if they give you the time, you're going to do whatever you want. So it sounds like you're saying she's putting some prohibitions on what you can do with the child. And now this is interesting. What do you want to do with this child?
Y'all would never see any, like, I don't give a fuck if I'm dating a girl. You're not meeting my son. That's just how I am. That's disrespectful. I would never let that happen. So I always separate him from that. But I don't want to go to court because it's going to make her unhappy.
Now, Hallie girl, go to court and make sure in that clause you say you don't want your child online. It's not safe for your child to be online. If he can't agree to that, then fight him tooth and nail. Because I do think he should have access to his child, but please keep in a clause in there that says your child should not be online. Without both of your consent, the child should not be online. Let's see what happens.
Because I'm going to get... What? I got money to spend. I don't even want to do that. It ain't going to be no, oh, I'm not getting no public defender. You feel me? I don't want to do that. And then the judge be like, oh, we see you a great dad. We never see this from black folks. This is a rarity. Get us the whole summer. Now what? Like, we don't need that. We can just be like, all right, cool. We get cool. Everything. Smooth. Boom. He ain't got to be that.
No, it can be that. Yes, if the court says take the child the whole summer, I know that would make Hallie upset because she probably really want to be around her child. But that would mean you leave her alone. I think there's a lot of people who need to understand that even if you don't like some of the clauses in the agreement, having structure and something to follow is more useful than this man crashing out when he want to crash out, show up when he want to show up, and engage in the controlling behavior that he want to engage in. Just like, no, absolutely not. There was this lady in the UK that went to court to put the dad on child support, even though what she would be getting was less, because what she found was that the dad would only give what he wanted to give based on how he felt and whether or not the mom would like be with him intimately. And so she decided to go to court because she couldn't do it.
That's the reason I want to go to court. But it is what it is, man. That's the life. That's the real life behind the entertainment, the content. I really don't care what nobody has to say. Half the people that were speaking on my situation in a negative way don't even have kids. They don't have kids.
That is so annoying. Why just talk? Why do you have to add a sound effect? Like, you don't have to try to edit in a personality. Girl, you're talking about Holly. If you're not interesting enough, we'll stick around to hear about Holly.
I seen there was a lot of people that don't even like, you know, it's a lot of that's not even like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm trying to say. I ain't trying to get canceled. But you ain't gonna have kids. So how can y'all speak on my situation? I don't understand. Like, I just didn't understand it. It's like, I get y'all fans and stuff, but y'all making it worse by being irrational. Like, y'all saying don't make no sense. And then y'all cause people that understand where I'm coming from to respond to y'all. And then y'all make everything even worse. But y'all know, man.
Like, he's saying, don't talk to me. Why are you talking about my business? Girl, because you came up here. You're the one. No, homophobia just seeps from people. Yeah, you're the one who came and told us to get in your business.
I've been going through this for this little cancellation period for a long time, bro. Like, this do not move me. Well, what can I do besides live life, you know? Can't really do much. What are you gonna do? This right here, like, this.
He gonna be mad. Look at him be mad because he getting dragged. Watch this.
Pete, bro, just Pete.
The reason why DDG has chosen to go to the internet instead of the courtroom is because he knows that if he takes Hallie to court, her lawyer is 100% going to put in that petition that neither one of them can post a baby.
What? How the hell can you tell it he can't post his kid, bro? Like, where the fuck is y'all getting this knowledge from? Like, you gotta be slow. I guarantee if I go on her page, there's not one baby on there. And then y'all call me some internet. But look what y'all doing. Y'all literally trying to come up on the internet off of a situation that has nothing to do with you.
That you put what that bomb thing is really annoying now. You put it out there and for people to comment on. I don't like, why are you crashing out? Like, this is so weird. You just don't like getting dragged. He getting humbled and you don't like it. He's crashing out, girl. This man crashing out.
I promise you, sweetheart, you ain't gonna make $1. Whatever job you working, you're gonna continue to work that after this situation pass. It'll be a new story next week. That's how this internet go. Next Friday come up, might be a song drop. Collab album with Drake and Kendrick come out. Y'all gonna give a fuck about what I got going on? This shit's 72 hours long, sweetheart. It's over with. That don't even make sense.
Neither one of them can post a baby, and that baby is a source of income for him.
Okay, all right.
Oh, he mad. He mad. She said that baby's a source of income for him, and he got triggered. He got triggered. Wait, why would he watch? Wait, I don't understand. Why would he watch? Wait, why would he watch someone dragging him if he didn't like review it first? Because now he's like actually crashing out and mad. Wait, grandma would have had his baby most of the summer, and right? And he don't want the child most of the summer. That's the problem. He don't actually want. He does not want custody for an extended period of time. He does not want it. Creative Life, W's Creative Life. I love it. Period. Thank you.
I post my son because my son is handsome, creating memories. I'm sorry that I'm lit and I make money. It's I can't control it. Like, I have an infinite money glitch. It's not my fault. I'm sorry. Like, what do y'all want me to do? I don't understand. We both post our son. Like, we both do it. We both got monetized Snapchats. Everything that we do is monetized. I can post you. Let me see what your lace look like under that hat.
Now he's gonna drag her about her lace front, talking about, let me see what your lace look like under that hat. That's not the problem. The problem is you're a trash person and you're showing it. He is big mad that she's dragging him rightfully. And mind you, I didn't see this part either, but I agree with her about the whole don't put your child on social media clause. Like, if Holly put that in, it's over for him.
I know you're hiding something. Something ain't right about you.
He wants to be able to have the baby on strings. He wants the baby to be in the vlogs. And I don't think Hallie really cares to post a baby. She said she waited so long to post her child because she wanted to protect her child from bullies and just opinions. And, she just wanted to keep it private. And he knows if they go to...
Let me show y'all what this person did. Like, this is the crazy part. This is what the motherfucker did. Scrolling on Shade Room. Oh, he just said this? All right. Let me go set my phone up. So I think that DG don't want to... You look goofy.
Sir, that's what you're doing right now. You're talking to a camera right now. I'm talking to a camera right now. What do you mean? You comment on other people's stuff also. You don't only make skit, you comment on people's stuff. So I don't understand why you look goofy. Do you look goofy when you're on Snapchat talking? No. All right, got it. You're goofy. You try to go get your son. Instead of going after her, go after your child. You're reading her. Go read your child a book. How about that? Trying to read her. Go read a book.
You got ready. Like, you literally put a hat on, got ready to come speak about my life. You don't think that's weird? Just a little bit. You think that's a little weird? And me or him don't know you. And your nails need to be done. They're just growing too quick.
So he got the Dustin starter packet. He's talking about her nails and her hair. Yeah, He has graduated from child dust to grown dust, elder dust. He's at elder dust status now. He gonna talk about her makeup next.
The court. That's one of the things she's gonna ask for. And I can't believe
Look, stop the video. It kept going. I'm like, bro, like, chill.
I realize how crazy he sounds. He literally came on his stream and said the reason why he's going the internet route, or the reason why he's bringing it to the internet, is because he feels like this is his, only resort before court to be able to see his child. He's basically saying, I want y'all to go bully her and shame her and guilt her into doing what I say.
If I wanted y'all to bully her, then I would have said something else. Like, it's not no bully.
That's what you said. You said it. You said it, and she clocked it, and you're mad. You literally just came back and said, I thought when I came up here and told y'all she would see it and then change her mind and make me see my child, and she didn't. You were trying to bully her. You admitted it. You literally admitted it.
Bullying is just, I came on the stream very, very frustrated. I literally just wanted to see my son. That's it. I just wanted to see him.
You thought coming on here, dragging her was going to get her to let you do what you wanted to do. You own that. You've said that. You confirmed that.
He's sick. I haven't seen him in 3 days. Why he been sick? I don't even know how he got sick. I wanted to see my son. And I was told no. Actually, I was invited. That's what people don't understand. I got invited to come see him, right? And I don't want to put no family in it, but we speak through somebody in my family in order for me to see him because me and her don't get along. I was told to pull up to see my son. I pull up to see my son.
That is insane. You were not invited. She did not know. So the fact that you're like, oh, I just pulled up without her knowing. You're not going to say the family member name because you're lying. 1, 2, she didn't know. The family member don't have control. What do you thought this was?
Son. And I get kicked out. Like, imagine somebody texting you like, hey, your son's sick, come see him. I was really supposed to pick him up, but I'm like, no, you know what? I ain't gonna pick him up. I don't want to bring him outside because he's sick. I don't want to take him out of the crib. You feel me? So I'm like,
how is that possible? How are you sitting there talking to someone, not Hallie, and you were supposed to come pick up your son? Who told you that? Does your child have another parent that we don't know about? Like wait.
I ain't gonna take him out the crib. I'm gonna just pull up and then I'm gonna just kick it with him downstairs. And then you can stay upstairs or whatever. And then let me just bond with him for at least an hour, 2 hours, maybe just, just kick it with him, feed him something, just regular little dad shit, make him feel a little better, lay down, watch a movie or something. And I was told to get out. I just didn't understand it. And I just got frustrated. I might have came on live a little impulsively. Is that how you say the word? I might have came on here.
You didn't come on live impulsively. You did not. At the beginning of this stream, you said you came on live with the intent of shaming her and making her acquiesce to that which you wanted her to do. That is not impulsively. That is very planned.
A little impulsively. But what I said is how I felt at the time, and I do not regret it. I don't care who don't like me. I don't care if I look like an internet. I don't care if I look lame. I'm not none of y'all. I'm not the girls that been speaking on me. I'm not y'all. I don't give on a drunk night. I'm talking about blasted, mixing vodka, Hennessy, 4 Locos, and beer. I'm not touching you.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to touch them, but you're still terrible. Like they're still right. you literally don't have to sleep with them, but they're still right. Does the qualification to speak on an issue requires that the person speaking meet some kind of attractiveness level in your mind? If it does for you, then don't watch them. But I'm a watch, and other people gonna watch.
Not even close. I don't give what y'all got to say. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all. And I get it's on the internet, whoopty whoopty whoop. But if y'all gonna speak on it, at least be logical.
She was logical and she was right, and that's why you're crashing out. Mind you, he has not refuted anything she said meaningfully. He all but confirmed everything that she said before she said it, and now he want to walk it back. Oh, I was being impulsive. You weren't being impulsive. You were definitely doing it intentionally. You literally went on live intentionally to do something specific. There was malice aforethought.
Basically, I want her to get such bad press that she just has to do what I say because it's only gonna get worse. He's definitely showing signs of narcissism. Like, if you can't see that, you might be blind.
She's stopping and going like,
just call her at any point of the day and say, I'm missing my child, I want to come get him. That's what it sounds like. Oh, you heard your friend is in town and you want to stream me, you want the baby to be there to get extra views. That's what it sounds like.
oh my God. Do y'all think I need my son for views? Like, come on now, let's be.
Yes, we think you need your son for more views. Not for views, because you can get views by dragging Hallie as you're doing right now, but you also can get more views if you have your child. You know this, we all know this. It was a thing. You also admit that both you and Hallie do that, and everything has been monetized. So, yes.
You know what? I can't even really blame these people because they don't really know. They don't understand how much motion I got. They confused that I'm still where I'm at in life, why I continue to grow. Like, I've been doing this for over a decade. Like, I've established myself completely. Internet, music, whatever. I'm established. I'm not just no random little bum. Like, I think that's where the disconnect is. Like, people just think.
He said, y'all should respect me. Y'all go, R-E-S-P-E, respect me, R-E-S-P-E, you finna respect me. The fact that I know that song is wild, actually. That's wild. I am no child. I'm not a bum. I'm actually a grown man, and I make grown man decisions. You can control yourself. That's bum behavior. Someone said an established bum.
I'm like, my baby mama just put me on the map. No, I've been on the map. Like, we just had a kid together.
But unfortunately, you chose to be a baby daddy before a husband. You even said that you weren't even like a while ago when.
Let me say this. Look, what is the difference? And y'all tell me, because I've been seeing a lot of this. I don't know if there's a hot take, but I also do not care. What is the difference between being married and not? What makes, like, if we was married?
You have way more rights to your child if you're married. I'm not advocating for this, but the fact that you don't know this is wild. The legal protection is out of this world when it comes to what you get, who gets to say what and do what with a child, particularly if you're in Georgia, but I think you're in California.
But we still beefing. What's the difference?
Say so, power, control over the child. That's embarrassing. Yeah, you don't know what to do with himself.
Right? Papers. Okay, cool. You saying religion, papers and stuff. But if I'm still going through the same situation, is it a difference? I'm not talking about like legally in court, but I'm saying like if we beefing, we beefing.
No, you can't say except the most important thing. All right, good. What is the most important? What is the difference? You can't say what the difference is because that would show that there is a difference. So what is the difference outside of the difference? Wait, no. Stop talking. He's so useless.
Right? Just because we didn't get married, that means that I'm not able to see my son. Like, I feel like it's the same. It might hold more weight in court, of course, but, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I get it.
You know, they tell women, marry before you carry, marry before you impregnate. Let's start a trend. Marry before you impregnate. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I like marriage. I love marriage, but I don't think I pedestalize it the way that most people do. At all, actually. But period.
You're saying the rights, but if we still going through the same thing together, how does a ring make this right or wrong?
It's not the ring, it's the paper, it's the rights. You literally can say, except the thing that is the most important, the rights.
Right? We didn't get married. Okay, well, it happened. But I honestly feel like if we was married and this same situation was going on, it would be even harder for me.
No, legally it would be easier for you. You don't know what you're talking about. Because you say I think doesn't negate the fact that what you said after I think is some dumb foolishness. It is actually easier for dads, particularly in a marriage, to have a say so in what the child does. Also, if you were probably a better person, you would not be broken up and you would have more access to your child.
Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. I'll be wrong.
You are wrong. Yeah, tell me if I'm wrong. You are wrong. You're wrong. Yeah, you are wrong.
She first was pregnant or had a baby, that you weren't ready for marriage. You weren't ready for marriage, but you're ready for a child.
I'm tired of seeing her. This is another one.
He said, I'm tired of seeing her. She pissed him off. She told him he should have gotten married and he got he crashing out, yeah. Girl, he crashing out. Red Hat had him crashing out. I think I'm done. Let me watch what she gonna do with this lady. But he is crashing. That ain't right. He's been streaming on YouTube for 10 years, but she a Disney princess and you just her baby daddy. Well, baby secondary period. Second period. Miss Witt, please drop some W's for Miss Witt. Sorry, now that he's crashing out, I want to see how bad he gonna crash out on her. Well, she doesn't have any wig on, so there is no wig for him to drag. She doesn't have nails on, so there's none of that for her to drag. Let's see what he drags, because he's gonna go for personal attack. I know for a fact. Let's see.
She wants to hurt Hallie, and you cannot convince me otherwise. You're saying that you want to protect her image, but yet you're going to the internet about your business.
Like, this lady got to be at least 40. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, bro.
All right, I didn't foresee age shaming, but it's the age. He went for the age. He went for the age. It's wild.
Your son probably my biggest fan. Do you got a son? Let me see. No kid, no ring.
Do you got a kid or a ring? Last time I checked, you couldn't see your kid. Like, yeah, no kid, no. Do you have a ring? Do you have a ring? No, you don't have a ring. Where's your child? You can't get your child. Sucks to suck. Talk about no kid, no ring. Wow, that is wild to be going through her thing, not even knowing who she is, if she actually has a child, or if she's married. Like you literally, this man is crashing out bad. Oh no, drag him.
She posted baby pictures of herself. I thought that was your kid. It's not your kid. No kid, no ring. Look, just want to be blog pages. That's all it be. Not a reliable source.
She's not reliable because he just like she's not. Wait, why is she not? Girl, he's looking for something to drag her on.
Like, bro. Like, this is okay, mom talk.
I really wish that Taylor Frankie Paul trademarked the term mom talk.
All right. Moving on.
You know what? This is too low budget, low frequency for me. I almost done either. So that bomb thing that he does, is that for like it feels like it? You know that. You know those comedy shows, sitcoms where they have the laugh track and it tells you what to feel in the moment. He can just hit the bomb whenever he's like saying something, and in your mind it triggers like, oh, he just ate that. But like for you and I, y'all are here. I don't do the whole thing. So like we're primed to, like, I think we're primed to listen to people and actually engage with what they say without the sound effect. So it's weird because it doesn't work. Well, I don't know if it works for you, but it doesn't work for me. So it's like, girl, you didn't say anything and you just hit that bomb, the Yakuza bomb or whatever it is. It's like, why? Like it didn't like punctuate whatever it is that you said meaningful. Anyway, let DDG continue to crash out online. The era of the Dusty Daddies has begun, and so we'll see what comes of this. Hopefully, we are better. I think he got that from Fugazi. And it gives me secondhand impact. It does. It does. Anyway, we just went through all of. Oh, there's over 900 people in here. Thank you all, I think. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all later. Bye. Someone said, I just wanted to see my son. Period. Thank you all so much. Again, we will be streaming as much as I can. I like streaming. I love my new setup. That's the first thing. The second thing is I'm going to try to have a book club, and that will probably be off this, but like probably, I don't know. I'm trying to set that up this week. Please read book 3 in the series, the trilogy. The final book is Kingdom of the. We have Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Cursed. I forgot the name of the third book. So the third book is what we're reading now, but we'll wait and we will do the review of book 2 first. Timus, when is the next men's panel? Y'all try to be messy. I'll talk to the moderators. I'm gonna go text them now. We were supposed to have a meeting and I was late, so now they're gonna drag me. So I'm gonna go and try to catch up with them for 2 seconds. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all still going strong, and I'll see you all later. I'm gonna start posting next week on the other channel. And I'm on TikTok for anyone who wants to go to TikTok and follow me. I don't remember my TikTok name. It should just be Themis and Thoth. But I go over there after my live streams on Fridays and we just chill and eat and talk. It's just a chill vibe to like decompress after a long stream. So I go there on Fridays. So, all right. Bye. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.